Yo.
Hello.
Yeah, what's going on, man? How's it going?
All good. So
How you doing, Grae?
yeah,
You
I'm
good?
fine. I've seen you watch the greatest movie of all time.
No. That I blame you for that. Like, I think you're like, oh, remember when when we hit 5,000, you were supposed to watch it? It's like why'd you have to bring it back? Like, why did you have to bring it back, man?
You asked me what goals should we make, so I said, okay, we might as well take out the backlog.
Oh my god, dude. But yeah, if you guys haven't already know, if you guys didn't already know, we reached the goal last week, and I was, I guess you would say, coerced and pressured to officially watch Dragon Ball Evolution. The video is it's in, it's now live, so go ahead and check it out. Jay will be joining us momentarily. I believe he's over on Hypnotic stream right now. So he'll be joining us after. Maybe he's probably gonna take a break and stuff like that. Maybe go hit the restroom, grab some food or water or whatever. But he'll be here momentarily. So if you guys are here for Jay, he will be here soon. But how's it going, chat? Hope you guys are doing well. Jay is black now. Oh, you're talking about that image. You're talking about the image. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think so. I would say he has a good tan. He has a good tan. But what's going on, Mister? What's going on, Midnight Light? What's going on, Andrew Wordna? We have Just JK hanging out. You got Breezy's Comic and Collectibles. We have Dave. What's going on, Dave? Subdivision. Nagranal, who mods off of his phone, which is crazy. The fact that you're on like, I don't know how Nagranal mods like 70 channels at the same time on his phone. I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't know how he does it, but that guy is a robot. That guy's an android, probably not even human. But what's going on, Nagranal? Hope we're doing well. So Lord Crush hanging out, Cavatenio, what's going on? Brimstone, what's happening, man? How it's happening? I'm here because you're Asian and have a podcast. Yes, that is 100% true. What's going on, A Glean? What's happening? Desert Fox, what's going on? It kind of looks like Chris Pratt on a thumbnail. Imagine if we were able to get a celebrity like Chris Pratt. Well, here's the thing. Jay is our celebrity. All right. Jay is a celebrity. And the fact that he knows Gina Carano is basically that the fact that we're friends with him basically means that we are friends with Gina Carano. By transitive property. Yeah. What's going on, Trim? What's happening? Yeah, man. Happy New Year, everyone. This is our first stream after the New Year, so hopefully everyone had an amazing New Year. Hopefully everyone didn't get any crazy stuff. I saw there was a bunch of people in Texas that was shooting off machine guns.
Hopefully in the sky.
In the air. But here's the thing, though. What goes up must comes down. And the thing is that people have been killed. I saw a photo of a guy in the hospital with a bullet is literally like semi like in his like skull. Like he didn't die, but it's like half of the bullet is in his skull. It's a 9mm, of course. So because 5.56 and 7.62 are getting super expensive.
I know that was even an episode in like CSI where like
it's also an episode in
he was like to intimidate people. Like he was but he inadvertently killed someone because of that. Like he was shooting in the sky.
Yeah, and the thing is that they weren't even shooting. They weren't even shooting directly up. They were shooting like this way, like 35, 40 degrees this way. So I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man?
Someone can get hurt with that. If it was like, directly 90 degrees up, it would have been more likely than not.
A little bit better, yeah. Yeah, Ricers rise up. True. Yeah, I used to have a rice rocket back in the day. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically a car that you fix up. And it's like, it looks like you're from Tokyo Drift, but the engine is nothing. It's all looks. No, it's like it doesn't even have anything. The Carlos Lima with the 5. Thank you, man. Thank you. Happy New Year's, my Asian brothers. Love you guys. Thank you for the 5. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna go through our intros relatively quickly because our main event, the main attraction, just showed up, and I'll go ahead and go through all of our stuff. But before we move forward, would you kindly share this video, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this video with your friends. And our goal for this year is to hit 69 subscribers. That's the goal. And if you guys haven't already done so, go ahead and check out our merch right over here. With is our Teespring store right in the description below. You guys can get some of our stuff. I haven't created the new my new design yet. I will probably be doing it this coming week, but it will be based off of the Buc-ee's logo. So, but yeah, so go ahead and check that out. Please do use promo code Asian to get 20% off your order. That'll definitely help us a lot. And if you guys do want to get some coffee, go ahead and check out Coffee Brand Coffee with our affiliated link down below. And please do use promo code Asian to save some money. All right, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and bring in our guest. You guys know him. You guys love him. He needs no introduction. Jay.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Sorry,
No,
I'm
man.
late, brother. I have been bouncing from stream to stream, and so sorry. I just got off another stream, and like here we are, because this is the last weekend to pick up the Achromatic Chronicles books. So just trying to promote it as much as I can. Also, thank you so much for the invitation to come on your show. I really appreciate it. So
yeah, of course. Like we love having you on. This is our second time we have Jay on, and I always tell everyone, and we can't thank you enough. If it wasn't for you, and you randomly on a random Saturday finding us and shouting us out, like we wouldn't have got to where we are without you. So
I appreciate it. Oh man, it's because you guys got good stuff. It has nothing to do with me. That was just like, I remember that was wild, because usually when I am like working late, I try to find a live stream of people that I don't really know. And so what I do is I type either Marvel or Star Wars in YouTube, and I click live, and I just see who's talking about whatever. Big or small, I don't care. And I just let it play. And for some reason, I saw Project Eggroll, and I thought it was a cooking show. And then I clicked on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are talking about pop culture. So I just left it on for a minute. And then you mentioned Nerdrotics while you were talking. I was like, okay, all right. They know, they kind of know this little community. And I think I commented in the chat. I was like, great stream, guys. Like, keep it up. And I thought it was great, man. I thought you guys were great. And I was like, there's no way there's only, at the time, I think he had like 6 people watching. Yeah. It wasn't a lot. Yeah. And I was like, there's no way these guys should have 6 people. The show is freaking awesome. Like, what's up with that, man? So it's like, just to give you a little bump, whatever. But listen, the fact that people stay and you're growing is a testament to you guys. Just because I give you a little shout out, like, it might help a little bit at the beginning, but it definitely, who you guys are. And it was awesome to meet both of you. I've hung out with Phil several times now, but I've met both of you before, and you guys are just pleasant to be around. You even smell nice. So that's good. Even though if you're friends with Phil on Instagram, he sends you like racist like stuff, and you kind of like, should I laugh at this? Like racist Asian stuff, and it's like, should I laugh at this, or like, are you trying to tell me, Jay, you have a problem and we're calling you out? So I'm like, I don't know how to react, so I just kind of like heart it, and then he's like, why are you hearting my stuff? Why are you hearting my stuff? Oh no. You have been a great friend, Phil, and I'm so glad to know you, and I hope you guys just thrive in this next coming year, and I can't wait so we can hang out again and all your projects and everything. It's been awesome. It's been awesome knowing you, seriously. So
yeah, likewise, man. It's been pretty surreal, like getting to meet you and like everyone else. And it like I said, if it wasn't for you, I don't think we would at least like got to where we are. Like I would say I would say maybe 1,000. Like the thing is, I always feel like, okay, no one's watching our stuff. I think it's that like, be humble kind of thing. I guess is an Asian mentality. It's like the fact that we have like 5 people watching us, like we're more than like, happy to just be on.
Yeah, just focus on like getting better. Like we never really expected for people to come until that one time where he chatted us, and we both got really surprised. Like, oh my god, is that Jay?
Is that real? It has to be a bot, right?
Yeah, it's a fake account.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And
but look where you are now. Like the last time we were in Texas, and I saw you at Gary's house. You like hanging out in Nerdrotic's house.
Yeah,
You know?
that was wild. That was crazy. Like, it's just like, hey,
I was like, man, Phil's here. What the heck? That's awesome. And he ate normal food, you know?
yeah, like no, like
We're all
like
hanging out in the other room while all the
saw-
big YouTubers were talking out in the back, like me and Phil and Krista. We were like in the other room. We were like, should we go out there with them? Like,
yeah, It-
it's like I'm just glad we were invited. So it's like,
Yeah.
let me just stay in here.
yeah, it's the fact that like Gary was like, yeah, come on over. I'm like, are you sure? Like, I'm a nobody, man. It's like you guys don't even know who I am, and like I've seen you guys multiple times, but like hopefully like it, and it's just it just feels it's very humbling, and you know, I will never take any of that like for granted, like our friendship, you know, and it's just the people we meet along the way, like even meeting people from the chat. It's just like, holy crap, like you guys want to take
It's pretty
like,
awesome, right?
like yeah, like I was at the bar, right, and you were like, yo, some people are asking for Phil's autograph. I'm like, it's just wild. This is crazy. Why do you
Well, at first, I remember like it was on a Tuesday night's main event. I don't think you were in the chat. And Jeremy was like, yo, Jay, what's going on? I was like, you want to know something, man? I found this awesome podcast called Eggroll. They're Asian and they have a podcast. And at first I was like, are they going to be offended by that? Because every time you showed up, we were like, Eggroll, you know, like everybody was yelling it. And I kept saying, like, I think I text you. I was like, hey, man, does that bother you? If it bothers you, we'll stop doing it. And you're like, what the freak? Shut up. No, it's fine. So, you know, I was like, okay, cool. So it's got to feel good there, man. You come into the chat and everyone's like, Eggroll.
Yeah, it's
I don't know. And I was going to wear
it.
your shirt,
Mhm.
but I had it on yesterday when I was at Universal Studios. So it's dirty. I probably spilled ice cream or something on it. I don't know.
Don't worry. I have your shirt. Don't worry.
Look at that.
Yeah, I got
Look
this
at
is the
that.
Rebel Scum from 9 Line.
I wear your shirt out all the time. Like it. And what's funny? So this is funny. I was coming back from, I don't know where I was. I was with Gina at one of the conventions, and I was coming back, and the Phantom Menace episode 1 was being re-released in the theater. And so I was like, oh man, I just want to go see it. Like I was having like, it was just, it's not that it was stressful. It was like, I got so much work to do. I was in the middle of like getting Green together before the launch. I'm out in another city. I can't make videos, everything. I was like, I just need a break. I want to go watch Phantom Menace. So I had your shirt with me. I put it on. I'm wearing it at the airport. I'm on the plane. I get back and I go to Universal Studios. And there's a movie theater there because I live really close. And I had your shirt on. And sure enough, I hear, oh my God, dude, is that Drunk3PO? And I'm like, oh man, I look like crap. You know, like you've been on like traveling. You've been up since like 4 a.m. You look terrible. My eyes were probably puffy and probably had stank breath. You turn around, I'm like, oh man, it's like 15 people. And they're all like, oh my God, he's got the Eggroll shirt on, yo. I was like, oh man, all right. So I was like, hey guys, what's up? And we just talked for a minute, and it's like, I'm like, they took some pictures, and I was like, make sure you tag me in this. Of course, I don't tag me. I can't find it in here. I wanted to like send it to you. I was like, see, I got your shirt on at Universal. But yeah, it was kind of funny. So I love it, man. I freaking love it.
Yeah, it was all inspired by you. And I the thing is that I don't think they have the Dare program anymore. So,
no, they don't.
Right? It's like it's gone from a long time already. Yeah, Grae.
I think it's great.
Well, yeah, like so the Dare program is basically like a drug-free program.
Yeah,
they do it like
drugs.
Yeah, say no to drugs, and there's like I think there's like police officers that come to your school. Like for mine, like they had a band, and it was like say no to drugs, and it was just you get like this Dare shirt. Everyone gets one, and so that's where the Project Eggroll is.
It was great. I love it, dude. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I do want to ask this right over here. Like someone in the chat asked, how did you come up with the name Drunk3PO?
I get that a lot. So what happened was, and I was going through, I've been open about this for a while. Like, I was going through stuff personally, and I was told that, hey man, you should probably get a hobby. long story short, like you should probably get a hobby that, you know, that's interest you and stuff like that. And, you know, just do something. And they suggested YouTube. And I was like, I don't want to do YouTube. Like, that's not who I am. They're like, no, do YouTube and talk about something that you love. So some friends of mine, they were like, hey man, we do this Star Wars like live stream every Friday. You want to be a part of that? And I'm like, okay. It's like, we all got silly Star Wars names. Can you pick one? So I just picked like, what would it be like if C-3PO was drunk, you know? So I just randomly picked that. It wasn't, and I used it for a gamer tag. I thought it was funny. And I never thought it would be like what it is today. It was just some random, I could have picked anything. I could have picked drunk R2D2 or drunk Han Solo or whatever. I just thought it was funny because I didn't foresee this like with me on YouTube. You know what I mean? I just thought like I went live with these guys. We had about 5 people in the chat. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. You know, I was so happy. And like we just talked about like like way back, like Force Awaken times. And so I had the channel, but I never did anything with it. I just used it to like log on. And but back then it wasn't StreamYards. Everybody used Google Hangout. I don't know if you remember those days.
Yeah, they don't have
And they
that
don't
anymore.
have that anymore. But it was like Google Hangout. So you logged into Google and you had your name, and then like it was like a big screen, and on the bottom was when you talked, you like blew up on the screen, and then it came back down for the next person to talk. You know, and their avatars, and like, you know, as things began to progress with live streaming and everything, like here we are today with StreamYards. So Drunk3PO just was random. And I think about it, I was like, man, if I knew now, would I go back and just be Jay, you know? But it's like, it is what it is. It happened. And here I am, you know, like it is what it is.
That's a cool story. Yeah, it's like, where'd you come up with that? But that's actually really cool. So yeah, thanks. I forgot who it was. I think I forgot who it was who asked for that question, but yeah, that's actually a really cool backstory. Right over Chris, Carlos Lima with the 5. Thank you, man. Jay is so lucky. I wish Gina Carano was my best friend.
I don't even know who Gina Carano is. What are you talking about?
Who is that?
Yeah, crazy how life takes you in a direction, you know.
Yeah, but that's pretty wild. That like you know like asking you like how did you meet like Gina Carano? I think that was
Did you know that story?
I think I might have heard it. Okay, I'm not sure.
You want me to share it?
Yeah, like how did that happen?
It was The Mandalorian, and Gina Carano and Carl Weathers were the 2 actors from The Mandalorian that was actually on Twitter talking to the fans. Even when fans complained about Star Wars, they were like, hey, we're going to try better. And like, they were just being very, very positive. And you have to remember, us Star Wars fans came from a time of The Last Jedi where Rian Johnson actually went after fans and gave them the middle finger. I have all those tweets that he deleted where he would like give the middle finger to people that criticized the movie, and like other directors and writers would come out and trash people that didn't like the film. So it was refreshing to see 2 actors that were, and Carl Weathers, you know, he's I mean, rest his soul, but you know, he was on the left side of politics, but he still reacted and talked with the fans, even if they didn't like it, those that liked it, things like that. And I thought that was pretty awesome. You know, I was like, okay, maybe this is a step in the right direction. So every time she tweeted something, I just put something stupid, like commented, whatever. And then randomly she just followed me, right? And my whole time I'm thinking, like, this is a PR person, right? Like these people, they're not real. You know, celebrities have people run their social media accounts. If you don't know, the majority of them have social media people that run their entire accounts. They don't have time for that. And she went through her first hashtag issue where everyone was like, fire Gina Carano because she put beep bop boop in her profile. And that was a And the show was still going on, I believe, when that was happening. Like there was like 3 episodes left of season 2, I want to believe. And I did a video on it, but I wasn't the only one. Ryan, everyone I knew made a video on it, made posts about it. They got tons of more video views than I ever did.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, she saw my video, and I get a DM from her saying, "Thank you for supporting me." And I went, "Hey, tell Gina that we support her and we're sorry that these crazy people are doing that." And it was like, "I am Gina." I was like, "Yeah, right." Like, why would Gina be DMing a YouTuber that got like 800 views on a video? You know, I was like, you know, whatever. And like Ryan and Jeremy and Gary, they got hundreds of thousands. And here I got, you know, at the time, I only had 8,000 subscribers on the channel. And she goes, "No, it really is me." And we went back and forth for like 10 minutes. And I was like, with all due respect, like, I understand like celebrity and everything. And then she was like, I was like, share a picture then. Takes a picture of her and her dog. And then she's like, "Are you real?" And then I take a picture of me and like me. And it's like, you know, we went back and forth. And then that was the end of it. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And out of respect, you know, I wasn't going to screenshot it and be like, "Oh, look at my DMs and everything." I just kind of left it alone. Then that whole thing started kicking up about being fired and all that stuff. And when the season 2 ended and the Luke Skywalker thing, and everybody was all like a little, for the truth is, a lot of people were more excited to see Luke there in Mandalorian season 2. It doesn't mean they like the series.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Carl Weathers put on social media that they would be coming on people's podcasts and channels to discuss Star Wars. And, you know, I didn't think anything of it. I get another DM. They're like, "Hey, I would love to come on your channel." So I was like,
"That's wild."
"Okay, when?" And she's like, "Right now." Now, here's the kicker, man. Here's the kicker. Before all this stuff happened, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers and Star Wars Theory were having a feud, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It was lasting a few months.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Star Wars Theory reached out to Jeremy and said, "Hey, man, let's talk this out. Like, what are we doing? We can't be doing this like back and forth." Jeremy's like, "Fine." Jeremy sends me a message and he goes, "Hey, Jay, would you like to host me and Theory talking it out on YouTube? It'll help your channel out." Again, remember, I have about 8,000 subs. And I'm like, "What? Oh man, that having Star Wars Theory on my channel? Like, what?" And like, I was like, "Cool, no problem." I set it up. I get this cool thumbnail. I put it out there on my channel 4 days before that live stream. And I don't know Star Wars Theory at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of new to Geeks and Gamers at the time. I just talked to Theory. Everything's good. Fine. I had 8,000 people waiting for that live stream because they thought they were going to witness World War III between Star Wars Theory and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. And I'm looking at my chat and I'm like texting Jeremy, like, "There's freaking 8,000 people 2 days before the stream even happens." Right?
Mm-hmm.
We get up to the day. I'm scared to death because there's 17,000 people waiting. The biggest live stream I ever had in my existence, to this day, waiting for this to happen. Okay, so it's happening at like 7 p.m. Eastern. That I go to the gym that morning. That's when Gina messaged me on DM. She's like, "Oh, I can come now." I'm like, "What?" I got the biggest live stream I'm at the gym. I've got this celebrity saying, "Hey, man, I can come on in an hour." And I'm not going to tell her no, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I fly home from the gym. I freaking go into my kitchen and stick my hand in a big bag of bread, right? Wonder bread, whatever, and grab like 8 slices and start rolling them. I'm starving because I just was at the gym. I look terrible. I'm sweaty. I take my shirt off. I put on a Geeks and Gamers hoodie. My hair is messed up. And me and Gina Skype call, and I record the Skype call. Things are going good. You could see me in that video when I release. I'm looking down at the phone. Jeremy is calling me off the rip. He's texting me. He's just like, "Where are you? Like, there's so many people, dude. Are you ready for this? Like, what's gonna happen? Blah blah blah." And I'm ignoring him because Gina Carano is talking to me, and I'm like freaking out. We do like a 4-hour conversation, and finally I'm like, "All right, well, thank you." You know, she's like, "Oh, Jay, this has been great. It was great to know you." All that stuff. I'm starving to death. My stomach's going crazy. And in 40 minutes, I'm about to go live in front of like 10,000 plus people with Jeremy in theory. I call Jeremy. He starts cussing me out. "Where the F are you, man? I've been calling you and F for this." And like, he's mad. And I'm like, "Bro, I've just been Skyping with Gina Carano. And I'm trying to put this thing together so I could show a part of that for this major live stream coming." He's like, "You're lying. You're lying. You're lying." I was like, "I'm not lying, dude. Like, I gotta hang up. I'll be ready for the stream." So we the stream starts, Theory and Jeremy, and I'm like, I've never listen, man. I was going live to like 25 people. And it's like I thought it was awesome, you know. I never thought, like, if I got a little bit bigger, I never thought I'd go live to thousands of people where the chat was going like this. And you know, super chats were coming in like crazy. I've never seen that before. I didn't know how to respond. I got the biggest Star Wars YouTuber that I didn't know. Jeremy Geeks and Gamers was like on the rise, you know, like he was just as big, and they're talking it out. And I'm like, I don't know what to say. I don't want to mess this thing up. I play the Gina clip. Everybody goes crazy in the chat. They're like, "Who the freak is Drunk3PO? And why does he know these people?" I went from 8,000 subscribers to almost 40,000 in 3 days.
That's crazy.
You know? Yeah, it just went like, it's freaking crazy, man. Like, I didn't know what to think. And then I released the Gina interview, you know, and it's like that, it makes it on Fox News, you know, and it's like Fox News invited me to go hang out with them in their studios in New York. So me, Jeremy, and Krista went to Fox News in New York, and they were like, "How come you can't get, they're like, how do you know Gina? Like, we tried to get her on for an interview and this and that." And like, I'm like, I don't even know her. You know, and I'm meeting all the Fox News personalities, like Trump's old press secretary was there.
Kayleigh McEnany.
Kayleigh,
Yeah.
like, we hung out with her, and I'm just like, what the freak is this life, man? What is my life right now? This is insane. And that was the start of it all, honestly. Yeah, so I got pictures with Kylie, just hanging out like we're just casual, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then Gina gets fired, right? And I don't have her personal cell number at the time, but I sent her a DM. I'm like, "I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm sorry, this and that, da, da, da." And she sends me, you know, like, her number, and we talk on the phone, and the rest is history, you know, like, we just became very good friends. And when she started doing these Comic Cons, she wanted to surround herself with people that she felt like she could trust in this time where everyone that was around her when she was fired, like, just left her, like, didn't want anything to do with her, and just, you know, took from her, and then said horrible things about her, even though they had worked with her for years, and all this craziness. So she's like, "Will you help me with these Comic Cons? Because I don't trust anybody." And one of the things that I did, I believe, at least she mentioned it, that built her trust, is when we did that 4-hour interview, there were some things in there, like, I could just tell that were a little more personal, that I think she forgot she was on an interview and we were just like talking. And I never released that stuff. It was just like about her family and about certain people in her life and stuff like that. And I was just like, you know, I think that's think there's a little more than what she wants out there, you know? And so
Yeah.
I trimmed it down. I trimmed down the 4 hours to about an hour and 30 minutes. And the rest, I just never, did anything with it. And she was just like, she really appreciated that, because I could have like released it maybe to have a little controversy for clicks and stuff. And it's like, nah, man, like you treat people the way you want to be treated, and like that's it. So now we're like the best of friends, and it's just I've traveled with her all over the place and I got to meet all these awesome people, and now I'm like good friends with like people that are in her circle, these people that were in television and Star Wars actors and stuff like that. And it's just been a crazy ride. Like this last one, the last con we did, me and Zachary Levi just had like,
Yeah.
that was crazy. We started talking in the bathroom, and he watches some of y'all's YouTube channels. I'm not gonna say anything again, but he watches and he sees, and he was talking about like building his own studio and how he's like over Hollywood and stuff. It was really cool, and it's just been a crazy ride, man. Like, I can't explain it.
Yeah,
I can't explain. Never in a million years that I think YouTube, like a channel by the name of Drunk3PO, would take me to these crazy places,
Yeah.
So
and also hearing that, like, of course, shout out to Jay's other channel too. Like his link tree, it is in the description, so go and check that out.
Too many channels, but yeah.
But the one that you went to, you said that when you told me before, like the following days, like, yeah, I got invited to the Goonies house. I'm like, no freaking way. And yeah, that's cool. Like I think you're extremely, like, you're genuine, that you're humble as well, and then people can see that. People can tell when you're acting fake, and or even if you can't tell, like, there's a sense of sort of like fakeness, and you're none of that. Like everything that you're doing, you're very genuine. You're very like, and you are exactly how you are on and off the camera.
Yes.
So it's like we're getting the true Jay. So I think that people can sense that, especially meeting you in person. So but yeah, it's that's an amazing story. Like that's awesome. Like getting to like going from, like, just doing random stuff, like talking to like 25 people to like now becoming like really close friends with Gina. Like
it was crazy. It was like overnight. It was freaking crazy. The Goonies house was the owners, people that are part of the owners, they are fans of the channel. And I would always talk about the Goonies because I have a Goonies tattoo, and like they just sent an email and they're like, hey man, you want to come tour the house? We're gonna change it all up and and fix it back to the original 85. And it's like, man, that's a dream come true. And I was like, are you serious? And he's like, dude, we love you, Jay. Come on by, man. Let's just let's hang out, man. And so it's like, now I've become good friends with the people that own the Goonies house. And they're coming to Orlando, and we're all gonna go out to dinner and hang. It's just like, it's crazy. I never thought, like I said, like I never thought I would be in this position. The live streaming was a hobby to keep my mind off, my mind off certain things and just find something to do, especially like it was like the lockdowns and all that stuff. And it's like, well, here we are. It turned into something crazy. And I love the Goonies house. Like, I like that. That was better than hanging out with Gina. So you know what I mean? So that was like that was awesome. That was like a pilgrimage, like that's something I've always wanted to do when I was younger. And it's like to go all the way to Astoria and see where they shot the film and all that stuff was like, that was a dream, dude. I couldn't even I was on cloud 9 the whole time. Like, and being in the house was just like, it was just surreal to me, man. Like, so to be in the house and then know that the owners are getting ready to gut it and rebuild it back to what it looked like in 1985 when they filmed the movie and try to find the original furniture, or at least furniture that looked like it, and kind of turn it into like a museum for Goonies fans. What was really cool? Like, while I was there, the owner was he had a meeting, and so I was sitting out front because it was really cool. It was like a cool day, and I had the hoodie on, and I was just sitting out front in the front porch and watching the amount of people that came on a random Tuesday, just to come and take a selfie in front of the house. And if you ever get a chance to visit, there's no parking. So the house is up with like 4 other houses, it's kind of built up on a hill where you can see the water. And you can't drive a car up there unless you live there, because there's a little rock road, and you drive up and you could just park one car like around these houses. And they have signs down below that, like, if you're here to see the Goonies house, you can't drive your car. You have to park down here, and then you walk up here and all that stuff. And then the previous owner had like a little box, and they built a concrete stand. They're like, if you want to take a picture, stand on this stand, take your picture. And if you want to give a donation, it's right here in the box. And
That's
so they
cool.
had that set up.
Yeah,
so like
it's set up
people wanted to
already.
give. Well, the lady that owned it before these people bought it, she hated all the visitors. She didn't understand. Like, she kind of bought the house because it's a beautiful house, and the view is amazing, dude. And the town is like super small town, and she remodeled the entire house because she was so scared, because people would come to that house at all hours of the night. People would leave like ashes of their dead relatives that loved the film, like at the doorstep. So she built the top, and it's in the video. She built the top storage, at the very top. She built that into her bedroom because she could climb up the steps in the attic and then pull the steps up. So if someone actually broke in the house, she would feel safe.
Oh.
So, and she hated it. She was just like, don't visit here, the police. But the new owners are like, everybody's welcome. Like, come take photos and hang out and everything and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool, like what they're doing. The right people own the house now.
That's good.
Again, I just couldn't imagine. I'm sitting there outside of the house and people think I own it. And it's like, just come. And I'm like, yeah, no problem, no problem. And I'm like taking pictures with them, That is pretty cool. So yeah, that was such a crazy adventure, man.
That's a lot better. Like, hearing that like the owners are actually super, super cool people makes me very happy, is because I was in so I drove from California to Texas during the meetup, and we stopped in New Mexico. And Grae knows this. Like, I'm not like a huge fan, but I love Breaking Bad. And all of that was filmed there. We went to like most of the locations. The only place that we didn't go was to the house. And the reason why is because the current owner, not anymore, the current owner hates the fact that it's a famous house. Because people, did you watch Breaking Bad?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
People will go and throw pizzas up on the roof.
Yeah.
So he gets super mad. So even if you're like half a block down the road, like, he'll start like coming out and start like yelling at you and telling you, it's just like, no photos, do not park in front of the house. And just most recently, it's being sold for $4 million.
$4 million, yeah.
So if the good, like you said, if the correct person buys it and sort of embraces that, like, hey, you can come to the house, just don't do anything crazy, all right? And I think that could be a really, really cool way to sort of get, sort of same thing like the Goonies.
If I owned one of those famous houses, I would turn it into an Airbnb.
Yes.
Like that would make, and then you could like upcharge probably triple because it's a famous house. It's like you could spend the night in the Goonies house, and I would decorate it like the house and have One-Eyed Willie and all that stuff in there and like photos. And then it's like, okay, because the Short Circuit house, I don't know if you remember that movie from way back.
I love that movie.
That was also filmed in Astoria, and it's just 2 blocks away from the Goonies house, and that is an Airbnb.
That's
so you
amazing.
can go, yeah, you can go there. I didn't know that at the time until I was there. And those people reached out. And they were just like, next time you come stay at our house, Jay. And I'm like, how do you own like the Short Circuit house? And they're just like, it's an Airbnb. Like, come stay with us next time. And I was like, holy crap. So it's like, all right, cool. And I got to see the house. I didn't film it. It was like really quick, but they have like pictures from the movie, you know, in the house and everything of where Short Circuit was filmed. I know it wasn't Short Circuit was probably not as big as Goonies, but you know, and then
I loved it.
a few blocks down, Kindergarten Cop was filmed. I'm like, wow, these movies filmed in Astoria of all places. It's a long freaking drive from Hollywood. It's a super small town, maybe because they got a discount there. I don't know, but like Kindergarten Cop was filmed there as well. So that school was in the film, and it's like you could do that and do the Kindergarten Cop tour. And I'm sitting here like, man, I didn't know all these movies were here. I just never looked it up. So, you know, but it was neat. Like there's a lot of things built around those movies in that town. And if you like that small town vibe where everybody knows everyone, it's like you're walking around, everybody knows. They're like, hey, what movie are you here for? I was like, well, I'm here for the Goon. I'm like, okay, well, go here. And they just know. They're just like, we know you're a stranger because we don't see you. So what movie are you here to like see?
That's
and,
cool.
They were very friendly. I had to go to the post office because we had just came from San Antonio, right? And people gave me a lot of gifts there in San Antonio, so I had too much luggage. So I was like, let me go and mail like one of these suitcases full of clothes back to my house because I don't have room, you know? The way we got everything, that I got everything on the plane was I had like, thank God it was first class flight because the con paid for it.
That's
So
nice.
And it was, yeah, going there was nice. I mean, coming back was a different story, but it's like, well, because I was first class, I was allowed to have 2 bags and a couple carry-ons. So I had like boxes that I'm carrying all this crap. I'm like, I'm just gonna mail everything back. So when I come back home, I'll just have 1 bag. So when I went to the post office and they were like, where are you from? Like, we know you're not from around here. We never seen you. And they just were telling us where to go and to film for movies and how like Goonies 40 is going to be here and how they got to like close down the town and all that. And it just was really cool. It was a cool place. And I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah.
So,
I've only been to Oregon once, right? And Mount Noma Falls, like I went there like during Veterans Day weekend. It's like the famous like waterfall, and you can only go certain times of year, I believe. But yeah, this is before like 2020 when I went. Like I actually went to Portland before, like, you know, right now in Portland, I'm not sure how it is now, but I heard it's really, really bad. But like Portland is like very artsy, it's a beautiful place. And but yeah, I definitely do want to go. But it's sort of like here, in Silver Lake, right off like maybe you were probably like 10-15 minutes from Hollywood. Like there's like 3 houses that are like right next to each other. And one of them is the Charmed house, the original with
oh wow.
Yeah, and literally 2 doors down is the Thriller house. And it still
Really?
looks like it's haunted. But it's and then I think down the other places like this where they filmed, because they all look like old school Victorian houses and look like it could fit in San Francisco. So I was like, oh, the Charmed house is here? And we went. And speaking of Airbnb, I remember a couple years ago, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I actually visited the actual house in Hollywood, and it's gated. You can't really see inside, but like I had like a selfie stick, so I like stuck my camera up just to take a photo. But they did an Airbnb like for like 1 weekend, and it was like completely booked within like 10 minutes. But yeah, I think it'll be really, really cool to own like a famous house, and you get it's like, okay, make sure you respect our privacy, because if we do live here or something like that. But if you made it an Airbnb, that could be pretty cool. Just hopefully like no crazies come in and like destroy your stuff.
Yeah, you need to filter that. Yeah, for sure.
I just think if you charge like a little bit more, like
Yeah.
most people couldn't afford. Most crazies are not rich, so because
That's true.
So I gotta say though, man, like Oregon was the beach there on Oregon was gorgeous, dude. Like being from Florida, you know, you see the Atlantic and like on the Tampa Bay side and the different beaches where it's just like the west coast of Florida has like sand that looks like sugar.
Oh, that's cool.
And then on the east side, it's just like sandy beaches. But then you go to Oregon, where I'd never visited a beach where it was cold. It just never registered in my brain that like you go to, like when I think of beaches, it's like, you know, California, it's hot, you know, everybody's in their bathing suits in the water. And yeah, the Gulf of Mexico, Spartan 300, like and then going to the beach in Oregon where it was like 30 degrees and these giant rocks, you know, are like in the water, and just seeing that, it was beautiful, man. And seeing like young people, seniors, like just everyone just walking the beach early in the morning, like getting exercise, and just everybody's just chill. Everybody's just cool. Everybody's just talking to everyone. I love when I visit places like that, because when you think of like Washington, you think about Seattle, and everyone's like, oh, it's just so liberal and everybody's mad there and everybody's this. And it's like Oregon is just as bad. Yeah, Portland, one of the worst places in all. Like, that's what I hear. Portland's one of the worst places in all of America. It's like filled out with like progressive left crazies. And it's like, maybe Portland is, yeah. But once you got like outside, it was just such a different, beautiful experience where it's like, and I could live here, you know, like it was just nice. Like everybody was just super nice. They wanted to bring you coffee. Everybody was chill. Everybody just talking about the weather. Everybody was like, whatever. And recommendations of restaurants and stuff. So, you know, and I know there's like places in California that are absolutely gorgeous. Just that a lot of people don't like the government there.
Yeah.
If you're watching and you like the government there, that's, hey man, it's whatever. I don't live there, so I couldn't say, but like there's places in California, like when I went to Mount Whitney in it's just gorgeous, man. And the people were just so nice, and just it was awesome.
Yeah.
So
there are pockets, but let's go ahead read some of these super chats. Jeremy the Cyborg with the 2, thank you. I agree with Jay.
Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, Jeremy?
Let's see, and we got Nagarnaut with the 5. Thank you. Say, Jay, are you still selling the Beep Bop Boop merch? The site is still up, but I wasn't sure if you were still pushing it.
I have that on the site, but I usually push the 9line stuff. So that site, that was it, like TeePublic site? I think that's just where we put meme shirts for whatever reason. So it's still like, if you want to buy it from there, that's all good. But I like I just push. I don't want to confuse people and push like go to this store and that store. So I just push the 9line stuff, which I like better anyway.
I agree with Jay, and it's not just a meme or anything, but the shirts, they don't really shrink. Like,
yeah, the 9line stuff is nice.
The hats are really nice. There's no like there's the part in the middle, it's not there, and it's like the hats are good too. So like the 9line stuff, the 9line stuff is really good.
I don't have a 9. I was rocking the Meta PC sent me a hat, so I was like, yeah, I'll wear it for a little bit.
Yeah. So. But thank you so much, Nagarnoff, for the 5. Let's see, Booming Bob with the 4.99. It says, Jay, where's the J6 merch? I was told you were selling. Also, Phil is gay.
January 6th merch.
It's in 2 days. Yeah.
I don't have it, man. I do have Welcome to the Rebellion merch, but I don't have January. I did say I was gonna do something for January 6th, didn't I? And I just haven't gotten to it. I'm just glad like there's somebody else that won the election. That's just
that's true. That's true. But thank you so much for the 4.99. Say Mo Zamboni with the 2. Say Indian Phillip, wouldn't you like a pepper too?
What's up, Mo?
Oh, thank you so much, Mo Zamboni with the 2, and Jesus Davila. Thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you. Thank you. So I do want to talk about this right over here, but thank you everyone who's hanging out in the chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I do want to talk about this right over here. Right over here.
Look at that.
There it is. Look at that. Like you surpassed it. Like you far surpassed it. Your goal. And
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, man. I can't wait for green. I've been reading blue. That book is long. It's a
big one.
It's like 200 something pages.
Yeah.
I'm on like 107. Like page. Like I read it slowly, and like I'm trying to see if my son will like it. He's at the age where he doesn't really. He's running around, doesn't really care right now, but I'm digging the story. Like I
appreciate it.
Yeah, and this like for me, like I was like, oh, where did Fortuna go? Right? It's just like, oh, okay, all right, cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I already bought it, but yeah, man, this is huge. So tell us a little bit about Achromatic Chronicles Grae.
This is part 2 of the Achromatic Chronicles series, and it takes place the exact same time as the first one, so they run parallel with each other. Because if you read blue, there's a lot of questions that weren't answered, and that kind of left like readers like, what happens here, what happens there, how did she get to this place? And this answers a lot of it. So they again, if you don't know the story, it is a bunch of young people that live in a world without color, hence the name Achromatic, and students begin to find a different color where it takes them on an adventure where they discover that they do have value and purpose in their life. And this series just came about years ago, that when I was teaching 5th grade, I just saw a lot of young people just feel like that they didn't have value, they didn't have purpose, they didn't have whatever. And I just wanted to write a fun adventure story without any weird messaging in it, and that just let them know that you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to be rich, that you don't have to, have anything special to have value and purpose in this world. And I see my artist is in the chat, Dreaded Dinosaur. What's up, Eric?
Yo.
And
there it is.
Guess what? Yeah, he's the one who drew Achromatic Chronicles Green.
Okay.
And he'll be working on the 3rd book. When we released the first one, I had no idea what I was doing, like how all that worked. And I just kind of figured it out with some help, and we launched it. And then I went to Eric July, who runs the Rippaverse, and I said, look, man, you know how to print. You got people that know how to ship. Like, can I just run my book through you guys and you guys handle all that? Because I don't know what I'm doing, right? Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And it would make it easier on my life if I put that part of the process in capable hands. I was like, I'll get the story. I'll find the greatest artist in the world. I'll find all, and we'll put it all together. And then if you guys can just print and ship and host it on the website. And so that's Ripascend was born. I'm not saying I was responsible for it, but I definitely pushed for it for a while. And so the beautiful thing is that there's going to be a whole new audience that discovers blue and green, book 1 and 2 together. I feel like I'm kind of relaunching this whole series to like a whole new group of people. And I'm very excited because, Phil knows, is that we're also working on an animation film. And that's going to take up a lot of my attention once we get this. Once I get this thing closed out and we get the books out, and then we'll be working on the next thing, which will be an animation film, and then book 3. So there's 4 books in the series, maybe 5. So it's just going to be a collection of stories. So I can't wait for you guys to get it. This is not going to be. It's not as big as Blue. Blue was 220 pages. This one's 130.
That's still a lot.
The first one was a lot bigger than probably what it should be, but I wanted to tell a complete story. So,
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like I got the original one, the original cover, but like I like the triptych cover, like the one that's connected.
Yeah, and
Like
that was
I
Eric.
sort of want to buy another one now because like I want like it'll be really cool to see like the entire collection.
And that was Eric's idea, the artist. He was like, "Hey, I have an idea for a cover that they're going to connect, and we'll connect them all." So, you know, it was I didn't know he was doing that. I loved it. I loved the idea. So,
Yeah,
and look at Rough Night in the chat. The script for Blue is finished, and I'm really excited to jump into full production. We have some very exciting voice talent for Blue. Yeah, we do.
yeah, and I'm not sure, but it's like I'm trying to help wherever I can, but like it's sort of like just like sort of syncing people up and stuff like that with people I know in the industry.
I think it's great.
There's a guy that like Dave, I'm not sure if he's still in the chat, but like he knows people and he was able to sync what's it called again? Them with a guy. I think he moved in like the mid east or something like that, but like he's the guy who built the entire Elsa castle for Frozen. So like and he's super interested, so it's gonna be amazing. Like I can't wait to see where it goes. But yeah, I see Mo Zamboni right over here with the 2. See, my son's read Achromatic Chronicles Blue at least 3 times. Ready for green.
Oh, and Nagranal says, shout out to Tabitha for the coloring book. Yeah, that was the one thing I had asked people. I was like, was there something that because I didn't really offer anything for the first book because I didn't know what I was doing. And they were like, man, a coloring book or activity book would be great. So I'm like, all right, cool. Here we go. Coloring book, activity book. I reached out to a couple people. Tabitha had a great idea. She got with Eric, the artist, and they worked it out. And now we have a coloring book. So if you don't know how to read, there's no excuse. You know, there's no excuse.
Get the coloring book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This series means a lot to me, and it is very important to me. It's going to be around for a long time. And we actually have not that I want it monetized or anything like that, but Nagranal, I know you have the link. We have a dedicated YouTube channel that we're gonna put some more stuff on there. And because there was like, I'm in the middle of talking with a lot of school principals and other places as well, where they might want a box of books for their school library, or some of these children's hospitals that we sent blue to before. They're going to be getting green. I'm going to be taking care of that. I know we did a donation one before, but we're good as long as you keep supporting the projects. I'm able to get that stuff out to them. And I didn't want to send them to the Drunk3PO channel and be like, you might be able to find stuff there, because it's like all he does is talk about Star Wars. Oh, there's something, about the book. So we made a dedicated Facebook and YouTube channel where it's like, if you want to know about the book, everything will be there. And, all that stuff. Big Z Video Game says, when am I getting the book, Jay? Well, they're being printed as we speak. The campaign's over on Tuesday. I fly into Dallas later that week to autograph the people that bought the CGC ones, and then they'll be shipped out. So you should have them way before the end of February is what I'm thinking, but probably way before then as well. So, and then like,
that's awesome.
Like next, when book 3 is finished, we're looking into all kinds of things like Spanish translation, other country translation, and just a lot of things. We're gonna see what worked for this. The CGC stuff, that was for me. That's how I collect comic books. I don't know how many people want a CGC of an all-age book. They might. I think it for those that there were a lot of people that bought them. So, but I'll go through the analytics and see what exactly people are looking for and what do they want. Do they want more activity books? So we have an activity book featuring John is in, the 2 main characters are in the coloring book as well. So it's like, but do people want one featuring him? Do they want this? Do they want Achromatic Chronicles book bags for their kids at school? you know, that are blue, that are green, that are like, there's all kinds of things that have been thrusted in front of me from all over the place that I'll have to research and go through for book 3. It's incredible. I'm trying not to give stuff away that I'm not allowed to talk about as of yet, but it's just incredible. For instance, like I was actually reached out to by Funko Pops, but it was, they wanted me to, it was weird. Like they wanted me to buy the Funkos at a cost and then I could resell them.
Sell it.
So it was like, but I had to put up like a lot of money, you know, for them to make Funko Pops of the 2 characters and then for me to sell. And it's like, we're not there yet. You know, it's like, I'm not there yet. I don't need like 20,000 Funko Pops in my home, knowing that we're going to sell. We'd only sell like 100, and then for me to have prepay them.
Huge risk.
So we were like looking at all, like it's just having meetings with all that stuff. So we'll see what happens, you know, but the series isn't going anywhere. I'm beyond happy of the support. And, you know, I can't wait till people get this book in their hands to see where the story's going. Book 3 is a roller coaster ride where things really start happening and you really start to understand what's going on with these 2 worlds. And that's all I could really say. That's all I can really say. So for whatever it's worth, like get out there and create something, guys. Like enjoy it. And it's just a fun experience, man. It's like it's an amazing experience. And if it just stays in this little circle, you know, if there's just 1,000 people that really love what we're doing and they're the ones that support, then I'm okay with that. Like I'm good with that. So I hope you guys enjoy it when it's all said and done.
Yeah. I do want to get, like, I think I might pick up another book because I do like the one that's all linked together.
I mean, you're rich, man. You should pick up like a couple, man. Grae was telling me all about it backstage about how like you can't decide what color Lamborghini to get next week. So it's like,
yeah, and then I'm gonna be like, you know what's better than a Lamborghini? Knowledge. Oh man. Yo, Snap Arrival, thank you so much for the 5. I randomly ran into Jay here at In-N-Out at Dallas. Said, what up? And can confirm he's cool. What up, Jay?
Wait, are you the guy that went to talk to Melanie Mack first? Were you? I was with Melanie Mack in Dallas at In-N-Out, and a guy came up to her and was just like, oh man, I'm a big fan, Melanie. I'm a big fan. And I'm just sitting there and she goes, hey, do you know Jay? And he goes, oh yeah. And you shook my hand and then you went right back to yeah, that was you. Yeah. You said in the chat.
I remember you.
You messed up my time with Melanie. You were more like you had googly eyes on Melanie. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. I knew it because like as soon as you left, I was like, man. And she goes, what can I say, Jay? Like I was like, yeah, I know. You're a lot more easier on the eyes than I am. Look at him say, damn it. Ha ha. I remember because Melanie picked me up at my hotel. Like me and Melanie were chilling and we were chilling for a good minute. And then I was like, let's go out to eat. So we left my hotel and she, I was in her car and she said, let's go to In-N-Out. I was like, I want to go to In-N-Out because we don't have one in Florida. Mm-hmm. So I like In-N-Out when I get to have it. And she's like, yeah. Like she ordered like the weirdest thing that has like it was basically the patty with cheese.
Oh, Flying Dutchman.
And it had a weird name. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it's a Flying Dutchman. It's basically, I believe it's 2 patties and 2 cheese. And that's
exactly what it was. And so we were in the car and I was joking with her. I was like, I'm going to get recognized, man. You know that, right? I'm going to get recognized, right? Like, like people are going to run up to me. You're going to have to protect me, man. She was laughing. And I was like, I'm just saying, man, I'm a big deal. Like, I'm just saying I'm a big deal. So we sit down and my man that's in the chat, He goes, he doesn't even look at me, dude. He's like, "Are you Melanie Mac?" And I was like, so that's why I was like bringing that up. I was like, "What? Oh man!" So she's rubbing it in. Not she wasn't rubbing it in, but Melanie was like, "Oh, it's nice to meet you. We'll meet you at the meetup and all that stuff." And then you just kind of looked at me and were like, "Oh, hey, Jay," and just kept on. I was like, "All right, I get it. Hey, man, I get it. I get it."
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, Snapple's not gonna chat anymore.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, oh no,
I got caught.
oh man, but yo, thank you so much for the 5, yo, Kohauser. Thank you so much for the 16th month. God damn,
Look at that picture. Who's in that picture? Check him out.
Oh damn, yeah, there it is. Yeah, thank you, Kohauser for the 16th. Hail, Eggroll, hail, Drunk3PO, praise Ara. Thank you.
Cole Hauser, my Transformer brother. Me and him are Transformer heads, man. Like, love Transformers is my jam all day. And met him in Toronto, and that was us at the Toronto Fan Expo. He came up to Gina's table, gave me a whole bunch of gifts, Transformer gifts. I was blown away by his generosity. Such an amazing guy, and I think we get to see him again I think you come into Orlando, right, brother? So unbelievable supporter, and I couldn't say enough good things about him. So
yeah, thank you for the
Mountain Must
16th.
is Jay or Melanie. Jay or Melanie, how do I decide? Listen, man, Melanie, she does it to herself on Twitter, man. That's all I could say. It's like the crazy thing she says, I text her all the time, like, what are you doing, man? But when you get to know her, she's something special.
She seems really cool. Like, I think we were on Side Scrollers one time, and then I think she's cool. I think she purposely does like the stuff that she does. I believe it's just, and
Twitter's a wild west, brother.
It is.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yo, thank you.
I mentioned like she met a lot of I know a lot of people who's like Melanie Mac. The only difference between her is that she's a lot more vocal. That's what I keep saying all the time, especially when it comes to beliefs.
Yeah, I mean, she is who she is, you know. She is who she is, and we're really close. So I've known Melanie for a long time, so I was just kind of like I know how she is, so it's like that's what I expect. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, absolutely.
So yeah,
I was like Eric K. Secret Racism.
Eric K.
With the 2. Thank you. It says Jades. Some beardo with the rice hat.
What the heck? You know what the Jades is, man? You know what that? Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. I was getting ready to.
No,
you know
what is Jades?
My computer crashed, and it just fried up my main computer, and not the Meta PC one, the one and I had to reconfigure some stuff, and I had to use my laptop. And so I had to use the laptop webcam on a Geeks and Gamers daily. And it didn't look like the webcam that I have now. And it made my skin look all pale and sick. And someone in the chat was like, Jay, are you okay? Do you have AIDS? And I'm like, yeah, I have AIDS. So I just started this whole thing of like, Jay has Jades. They called it Jades in the chat when like my camera was. Yeah, Ron is right. Says Jay had super pale complexion. It was the camera.
Yeah, it's I have a Logitech camera where it's pretty pale until you turn on. I have to manually turn on the software every single time.
Yeah.
Well,
I have a Sony like the one that I use, but I had to use like this crappy webcam, and it was just like it was awful. It was awful.
Someone in the chat says, I'm dying. Please buy my book.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. When people were saying, does Jay have AIDS? I'm like, yeah, I'm dying. Can you buy my book right before I go?
Yeah, this will help. Yeah, this will help with the chemotherapy. Oh, man.
Exactly. I need help.
Let's see.
Buy my book.
Yes. Buy Achromatic Chronicles Green. Let's see. It's ending in 3 days. It's ending in 3 days, a campaign. So check. It's in the pinned comments right over there.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Of course. Co-houser of the 2. Thank you. I'll be at MegaCon. You are too kind, Jay. Thanks.
Oh, awesome. We'll spend a lot of money on Transformer stuff. That's the problem. So
yeah. All right. So let's go and talk about this right over here. I know Jay, you love spaghetti. You love food, and that's the reason why it's in the title. So I do want to talk about this is because of I remember you mentioning it in what's it called again? Geeks and Gamers. Right over here. So these are the old Will Smith eating spaghetti ones, right? So these are back in 2023.
freaking wild, dude.
Right? Like look,
Only in a year.
Holy crap. That's AI back then, dude.
Look
at that.
Yeah, that looks horrible. But this is I believe 2023 versus 2024, just a year apart.
Yeah, just a year.
What's he swimming in? I don't think I saw all of these.
Jeez.
This is the one he's swimming in it.
That's like nightmare. Look at that. Why'd they pick Will Smith too? Like,
I asked Phil the same thing. Why is he the mascot of these?
Yeah, see people in the chat. It looks real to me. Oh man, maybe it's because the whole slap thing was it back in 2023 when that happened.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was around that time.
But yeah, this looks wild, and it gets better. I haven't seen these old ones. I've seen the other one where he's eating.
What
with
the
his hands.
freak? His head disappeared.
Yeah, these look horrible. But so this is 1 year apart.
Crazy.
That looks crazy good.
Wow, man.
Yeah, this. So the reason why I want to, he's eating his hair.
He's eating someone's hair.
So the reason why I want to bring that up is because there's one that was created New Year's Eve, and this one looks amazing, right? And it's like the face, you can tell something's off, but in terms of how good this looks,
dude.
Yeah. And like working in the games industry and entertainment industry, like I can see how good some of these are. Like even earlier this week, I've seen some AI generated police body cam footage. Like it's I can tell why people are like hesitant. It's like, oh, we shouldn't. No one asked whether or not whether we could, but it's whether if we should. I think it's just gonna get better from here moving forward. And
it's gonna be scary good.
Yeah.
Like, you want to know something crazy? Today on my live stream, it didn't even. I went over an article today, and it was about the Galactic Star Cruiser and the Skeleton Crew, and it was the most ridiculous article on how the Skeleton Crew pays homage to the Star Cruiser, and I'm like, they actually wrote something like this, so we're reading this. I'm reading this on my chat. I'm laughing hysterically because it makes no sense. And people are in the chat. They say, go on Gronk and take the title of this article and tell Gronk to write an article with the same title. And I did it live during the live stream, and almost the exact article was written. Same length, same amount of paragraphs, same talking points were written with Gronk. And I was like, so then we started doing some tests, and I'm like, write an article about Transformers, #1 comic book, and give me a review that I could publish. Came out, boom, 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 6 paragraphs about this, about, and I'm like, man, dude, like, and I'm doing this on like Twitter AI, right? That's the Twitter one.
Yeah.
It's like they're just writing articles, and it's like people are Grok. What did I say? Grok, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, your mind starts going. It's like it's so easy for me to start a website and just publishing articles now. Like I could just not even reviewing it, not even say, hey, give me a review of, I don't like Penguin #1. Blah, blah, blah. All right, print, put it out there. Penguin #2, put it out there. 3, put it out there. And it's like a constant and then you get that thing monetized. You just make money for nothing. And now with these videos, have you seen some of the other videos that are out there? Like some of the like there are people that make these AI trailers.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Have
some
you
of those.
seen them? These I follow some of these YouTube channels, and they're already at the 1,000,000 subscriber mark, and they just put out, like Star Wars Phantom Menace if it was an Alabama movie, right? They would like title it stuff like that.
Yeah.
It would be like Star Wars if it was a bikini model movie, right? And then like everybody's wearing a bikini. And that's my favorite, by the way. But it's just crazy. They're 2 minutes and they do the thing, and it's like these people are monetizing their channel with AI stuff that are getting millions of views, and people are making a ton of money. And it's like pretty soon that's what's going to be YouTube.
Yeah.
People will have this technology that'll be available to anyone. Type in whatever, and just they could pump out videos 10 a day and just spend an hour. Boom, 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 boom. And if people watch it, it's like they'll just reap the benefits from it. So I wonder if we're gonna go like crazy AI watching for it to swing back down to where like artists are gonna have to label it like this was hand drawn, this was AI drawn. Like I know YouTube has that already, where it's like if you use AI in a video, you got to mark it like in the video saying, yeah, we use AI for some of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, imagine the history videos. It's like the fall of Rome. Make a video and tell us about the history, and it's like, here you go, 10-minute video, put it out there. There you go. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I've been studying that, and I know the exact tech that they use already and how it's being done. So yeah, I to the point that I can even make a video about it. Like, oh, you can use this. You type in the commands here, and if there's even command prompts where if you have enough info or data on the internet, for example, if I want it written in my voice, in my tone, I just need to type articulate it in such a way using GraeYT's voice, and it'll articulate it the way you say it. So you don't need to just say because like it'll be prone to plagiarism, or if people just type a generic command, the same thing will come out. You can type it in such a way that it'll come out very differently or very unique to yourself. Yeah, it's much easier now in terms of making content, especially in an AI sense. Yeah, I've been tinkering with it a lot behind the scenes, but yeah, it's for people who wanna start a YouTube channel. Just maybe you don't want to show your face or you don't really want to talk. AI is viable now more than ever. That I can say.
Jay, what are your thoughts on AI? Do you think like do you like it, or do you think it's like, oh, people shouldn't use it, or just you're indifferent?
I mean, I also grew up on the time where Photoshop was becoming a thing. And I saw the same argument with Photoshop, and people were like, we can't have Photoshop because now people are putting themselves, it's like taking a picture of me and then putting me on the Great Wall of China at the pyramids, and you can Photoshop. And it's like, I heard the same argument that it's like, man, this is, like this is terrible, and people are not going to know the difference, and people are not going to know what's going on, and it's going to be awful. And yet it's like you adapt or die, right? Now everybody uses I use Photoshop for thumbnails or a form of it, and it's like it is what it is. I use AI for my History of Pirates channel, and it's just because there's no pictures of like the pirates that I'm talking about. No one took selfies back then. So I go into the chat GPT and just say, I need a picture of Anne Bonny on a ship. And, and I try to do it a little more cartoon style, so people know that I'm not trying to make a real life picture, and and I use that. So I just like hope we get to a place where people are using AI to get other people in trouble. That will have the technology to detect it right away. Like if people use AI to like, they could use AI to say, oh, look, Phil got caught stealing you know,
Yeah.
from 7-Eleven, right? And it's like, or Phil's DMs are leaked, right? Or whatever. Or it's like we've got a voice conversation of Phil talking to so and so and whatever. And then it's like you know, there's got to be something to say, no, this was fake, this was AI. Because that's the thing that I guess would scare me, is that they're getting the voice and the actor and they're putting it all together. And what's going to stop these companies from constantly using Tom Cruise to promote like dish detergent until he takes it down, right? What if
Yeah,
they put like an AI Will Smith to promote like a candy bar until like they're like, no, you can't do that until they take it down. They already try to do that now anyway. Sometimes they have actors just holding up like something stupid, but there's nothing we could like. We're not going to stop it.
Yeah, like me and Phil talked about this like a couple of months back. It's like we talked about Chris Lee, because like I think there's an incoming Lord of the Rings movie. They're going to use a Chris Lee Saruman AI. And according to people who are close to him, he gave his oral consent that it's okay to use his tech. But like I brought up to Phil, like, where do you draw the line? When does it become not okay anymore? If that's the case, it's scary. It's like, can we really control it? And like, how do you regulate that, something that massive in scale?
Yeah. So this is I'm gonna bring up a different image, not image, but this a different video right over here. This is all AI. So like you can like I think this is wild, and this is like this guy, he posted and he used Sora to do it, and this is just one of many. And like, if we're gonna have an AI that can make something like this, like, and this is like just something simple, right? Like, it's like, okay, have a crash scene investigators body cam or something like that. But what happens if it's like a shooting? Like, are you gonna have like an AI to sort of like counter that, like an AI to detect AI? It's like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen in the future? Yeah, like I maybe I am stealing bread from 7-Eleven, right? But like, you won't know. Like in the future, it's gonna get so crazy, you can't really tell, right? Because if it's moving like this, like a body cam, you can't, like, if you show this to anyone, it's like, and not tell them this is AI. It's like, what do you think about this? Like, yeah, this looks real.
Yeah.
This is very scary.
The thing is that a lot of people that are not paying attention to AI technology, you know, they will say that this is real. If you showed this to my parents, they would believe that it's real. You know what I mean? Like, they don't pay attention to Twitter. They don't pay attention of the technology that's coming out. They don't pay attention to that stuff. So there is I feel that there is a large majority of people that just don't pay attention to it. And that will see something like this and can be easily convinced that this is what's going on, you know? So there's got to be something to let people know that this is real, not real. So it's crazy, you know?
Yeah. That's
Because that's the thing. Like, if everyone has access to this and like you make an enemy, who's to stop them from like, you know, like making like revenge porn about you, you know? Like, like, where do you draw the line on that? Like, if you take, like, what if I put Phil's face and like made him naked through AI, right? And started posting that, and it's like, it looks so real. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, his nudes leaked.
Okay, so the only way that you can tell it's real, it's if it's anything longer than 2 inches.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm just saying, it's like, if they could, but then it's like, you know, it's out there, and it's like, no, that's not real. That's fake. That's fake. But it's like, no, it really did leak, and now it's like, you know, your word against that, and they can start doing that to others, you know. And then what's to stop people from saying, well, yeah, I want to take these celebrities and put them in like sexual positions or murderous positions or whatever, because I got a sick mind. And it's like, it's not them. It just has other likeness, you know? And so like stuff like that, you know, it's where do you draw the line on that stuff? It's crazy. So did they get in trouble because it's not their real image? You know, it's just art, or it's just whatever. It's just crazy where this thing could go, you know?
Yeah. like even before okay, like for me, like I'm a naughty boy, right? But back in the day, like when the internet first came out, and you're like celeb photos or whatever, right? And then you see a bunch of like fake ones, like, oh, you can tell they're fake.
You
but
can
now,
tell
like,
easily. Yeah.
like now it's just like you don't like if you show it to like like if I showed that like police footage to my dad, like, or even the Will Smith eating spaghetti, he'll be like, he still looks weird, but like, is that him? You know, he'll sort of.
Yeah, exactly. My parents too. They'll like be like, "Oh, is that real? That's real." You know, they wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy. I'm wondering, Jay, how long do we have you for? I know it's like almost midnight for you.
no, I'm good.
All right. So I do want to talk
How long
about.
does the show go?
We go for sometimes we go for 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah, and that's like it'll be super late for
How
you.
long have I been
Like,
on? An hour and a half?
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
Yeah. We're good, man. I'm good.
All right. All right. Let's talk about. I didn't know this was a thing right over here. I do want to talk about this right over here. This comes to us from That Park Place. The Acolyte creator Leslie Headland planned for 3 seasons and a movie, according to Star Wars. According to Star. Imagine 3 seasons and a movie for this.
I just like. I kind of wish it would, because my YouTube channel just loved it, but
yeah, they didn't capitalize on it. Yeah.
But Phil, you know, like, I know you know a little bit about the business. Like, where in the world are they spending this money? You know, the fact that it was like $220 million for this show, and like, just by watching it, it's like there's no way they spent that much on this show. I keep saying movie because that's like movie budget, but it's like and that's like a big blockbuster movie budget on top of that. You know, it's like, where in the world do they spend this amount of money? And I honestly think if this show cost like 80 million, they probably would greenlight a few seasons because of the cost. But I'm just like, 200 plus, and that's not even all of it. Like, that wasn't even like marketing. It's like, where in the world are they spending this money?
Yeah.
You know, why is it so expensive? Why is Lucasfilm Project so expensive? Did you see that the Andor series was like 700 million or 690? Something like chat would know.
The first
It was
season?
the most. Andor 2 is the most
2.
expensive Star Wars project of all time since Disney bought it.
Is it the like? Are they bringing in like a star-studded cast or something, like, other than what we've already gotten?
Nobody watched it.
Yeah. It's only like it wasn't. There wasn't any really high-profile celebrity, if I remember.
Like, the only one you get was like Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's, I would say, it's visual effects. It's they in at least in video games, I'm not sure what it is like if you're using like the third floor or whatever, if you're using Volta or like Hanagami Karo or something like that, which these are all like the what I'm listing, those are all basically like visual effects and outsourcing companies. And so I work on a Marvel game, and per splash screen, like the actual like splash screen art, like if you guys know like that, like a game I'm talking about, like the game I work on, the splash screen is $100,000 just for the splash screen. It's $100,000 to Hamagami Carol, and that's very, very expensive, and just for one thing. So they do like high res details and like textures and stuff like that. They paint it up really, really nice. It looks really, really good, but it's 100,000, and that's nothing. It's not moving. So if you're adding in something like you're using the third floor, which is a lot of people use in Hollywood, that like each artist, like if each visual effects artist, like I'm talking about like mid-level, is about maybe $120,000, $150,000 salary, and there's like 10 of them, right? And that's just one studio. You're outsourcing the VFX to. It could be a lot more, and it's so like an art director gets like $200,000, $250,000, and it's expensive. Like I don't make nearly as much as them, but like I like, for me, I make over 6 figures for doing what I do, right? So I'm
there you have it. He could buy another book.
Yeah, I could definitely buy another book for sure. But based off of this, it's just it's US is very expensive, and they want to, and that's the reason why they went on that strike. They want to get paid more, right? And that's the reason why it costs so much for that. And it's not, and you're not even talking about paying the actors, right? This is all before paying the actors, and the actors themselves cost a lot too. And they don't do stuff practical anymore. I think practical might save them more, but it just costs more time. People don't use that anymore. But it's very expensive, and that's why we can hire 4 artists in Mexico, potentially 5, to replace my salary. That's how much. It's like we pay him. We pay him $30,000 US, and we basically for my studio, like we let go of 5 artists in my department, and because each of them are like they're getting paid anywhere between $80,000 to $100,000 a year, and basically 3 artists equals 1 person's salary, so they're saving a lot more. But are they going to go towards like studios like Mexico? I know Shanghai has one. Digital Diorama is another one, right? Like all of these outsourcing studios, you can send them there, but they don't cost as much, but it's still very expensive to do that. So like that's just me working in games. I don't know,
that's wild, man. It just seems that even with that information, that Lucasfilm is still spending way too much money.
Yeah,
for their series, on how these shows are put together. The fact that she wanted 3 seasons and a movie, like how that would have cost them like what $2 billion to make, according to her budget that she wanted.
Yeah,
of the worst Star Wars ever created. It's like, my goodness. What's crazy is the skeleton crew is not bad.
that's what I heard.
It's definitely it's a young adult show, so it's geared to that age group. But actually the episode, not this last episode, but the episode before that was like actually really, really good. And it's not that, it's like, but anyone that has been doing reviews on the show, me included, have seen that nobody cares about the show. So like the views for the review is like in the tank. And that's like the biggest Star Wars channel too. Like I text some of them, I'm like, how's your skeleton crew like review? And they're like, nobody cares. And it's sad because they actually put out something that's not terrible, but yet the brand has been damaged so bad. And I actually believe if they titled this something else like Space Pirates or something like that, and then they're like, yeah, it's a young adult adventure, Space Pirates, because it's Star Wars pirates. They got like the pirate code, and they geared everything toward like pirate talk, pirate ship mates, all that stuff, patches and everything. So everything is geared toward pirates and treasure in the Star Wars galaxy. If it was named something else that wasn't Star Wars, I bet it would do better than what it's doing now. But the fact that the damaged brand of Star Wars is connected to it, I think people are just like, I don't want to watch that crap, because the past couple stuff that they've been giving us has been horrific, and messaging and all that stuff. And it's like, we don't want to see that. I don't want my kids to see it, and I'm out. So when they finally put out something that's decent, people don't want to watch it. Like the views for the skeleton crew, as far as like the ratings, it hasn't cracked like the top 20. And it's like, that's embarrassing. If anything, like years ago when it had Star Wars on it, it would shoot, everybody would want to watch it. Now it's like, I don't care. I know it's just going to be more crap, because that's all they've been pumping out for years. So I'm wondering, like, they just changed the name. They took the Star Wars brand off of it. It would do better. Like they might have a whole franchise with that. But
yeah,
that's how sad Star Wars is right now. Like people in the chat, they're like, yeah, it's a fun show. It's a fun show. And I honestly thought that when it came to Star Wars on Disney Plus, that those are the types of shows we were going to get. They were going to do the blockbuster movies, you know, and then they'd have these little spin-offs that didn't mess with canon, that didn't have nostalgia like Luke showing up or anything, and they would just be like young adult shows for kids, like cartoons maybe, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously I was wrong. They decided to put all their main stuff on Disney Plus. That's been horrible. But yeah, here we are. And then like the fact that Leslie, did you watch The Acolyte, right? You've seen it?
Yes.
And you know, like at the end, like when we got down to that last episode, we were like, how are they going to tie all this up? You know, you got Darth Plagueis creeping around the corner. You got all that. And it's like they didn't tie anything up. It was just they killed the Asian man. You know, they choked him out. He was creepy. What a creeper that guy was.
Yeah.
He fell in love with a child he didn't even know that he saw on a random planet. What a crazy story that was.
Yeah. Osha, come here, Osha.
I know. And he was like, I love you. You're like my kid. She's like, let me just kill you. That was freaking weird. And then, you know, they left the whole thing wide open. Now, all they're going to do for those Acolyte fans, all 12 of them, they're going to make some comic books and books for them to read to kind of finish up the story. So,
yeah, like, and there was like a change.org, like, there's a petition to revive or renew the Acolyte. And yeah, I and like never in a, you know, in the past, let's say the past 15, 20 years ago, if you told me, oh, in the future, Disney's gonna have a bunch of stuff that's gonna be coming out, and like every Star Wars stuff is gonna suck. Like maybe besides like a couple of like stuff from like Mandalorian and stuff like that, and like people would be like, "You're crazy, no way."
Yeah.
Right. Same thing with Marvel. Like it's just, I feel like when Disney gets a hold of something, it's not going to be good. Like it's good until it's not.
yeah.
And like without the name, like no one will watch it either. Like, yeah, maybe make a new IP. I don't know. Like, do you think that we should stop, at least Disney, at least, do you think that they should stop making any Star Wars related stuff until like sort of give it a break? Sort of like what they did between Empire. No, not Empire. I was Jedi, right? Return of the Jedi, and Episode 1. There was like a lull. There's nothing, and all of a sudden, Star Wars came back. Like, do you think?
I don't know what the answer is. I think the brand is so damaged that if they took a break, it might actually be forgotten.
Okay.
That's how bad it is. Like these characters that we love have been changed and you know, polluted. Luke Skywalker, Anakin. The fact that in Ahsoka we got Ghost Anakin like staring at Ahsoka at the end when we know that character, he would probably be watching over his kids, you know, not sitting there like smiling and staring at Ahsoka, you know, as Ghost Anakin. Like he could care less about Ahsoka. He'd want to see where his kids are, what they're doing, all that stuff. It doesn't make sense. And so like the fact that they've polluted all that stuff, it's like what I wanted them to see, what I wanted them to do is just get out of the Skywalker timeline. Like they've got to get away from the free, but they can't because they feel like if they put the nostalgia in there, people will see it. The Mando and Grogu film, it's in the Skywalker timeline, you know, like Mando's in the Skywalker timeline, Ahsoka, it's all Skywalker stuff. And it's like, I wanted them to go like a million years in the future or a million years in the past. Like, give us something brand new, something different, tell the story, you know, maybe it's the same thing. The Sith have been gone for 10,000 years. And now like they're like a young kid discovers the dark side and they're figuring out they could have easily done all that stuff. But they can't get away from the Skywalker timeline and they just keep ruining these characters over and over and making them worse to the point where when people watch the original trilogy or the prequels, they're like, it's not as good because we know where this is going.
Mhm.
You know, I know where Luke Skywalker's heading. He's headed to drinking booby milk off some stupid island. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he's not the hero anymore because I know where he's going, and it's terrible. It's terrible what they did to Luke Skywalker, and now Anakin, who's like just creeping around Ahsoka. It's weird, man. It's freaking weird. So for me, I think they would just have to just pause. Like, oh, listen, and the rumor is, in the Mando Grogu film that's going to be released next year, the rumor is that Han, Luke, and Leia will be in it. That they're going to try to bring back and put them all together in a scene. That's a rumor. It might not be true.
What?
I don't know. No one. Gina didn't tell me. If people are like, Gina knows. No, Gina is not connected with Star Wars anymore. So, but yeah, it's like that's the rumor because they're changing the ride at Disney, the Millennium Falcon ride.
Mhm.
So, and they're going to add Mando and Baby Yoda in that ride now. So it's supposed to be part of the movie where you're flying the Falcon with Mando. So either Chewbacca's going to be in it, or they're going to bring back the 3 main stars and be like, yeah, we know we messed up in the sequel trilogy. We didn't put the 3 people back together, but we'll put them together in this film. So go watch our movie, right? That's the rumor is what they plan on doing. Again, they can't get out of the Skywalker timeline. Then the freaking Rey trilogy is coming up. They can't get out of the Skywalker timeline.
That's still a thing. Oh,
Yeah.
It's like it's still part of the timeline. It's like, no, man, go way into the future, way into the past, like, and do something, do something. The Acolyte, technically Skywalker timeline, because it leads, you have Yoda in there, you have Plagueis in there, it leads into episode 1, all that stuff. It's like, it's right there. So they can't get away from it. They can't get away from it because they need that security blanket of, if this thing sucks, we got to throw in Han Solo. If it sucks, we got to throw in Yoda. If it sucks, we got to throw in that because that'll get people excited. It's like, but it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work anymore. So,
yeah, I think Disney just, I think it ruined a lot of characters and it just left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. I think people are just like, oh, Disney's coming off another Star Wars. Who cares? Who cares? And
100%.
And
it's going to take a long time for them to earn the trust back of a fandom, of a fandom that cares enough to buy the toys and, and buy the merch and support this stuff because the fandom that they have now doesn't do that. As we saw in like the Reva lightsaber issue. So like nobody cared about they said they cared about it online, but they didn't care about it enough to spend their money. So it's really sad, man. It's really sad. And Marvel's heading down that same road, It's like the only movies that are doing well with Marvel are the nostalgia ones. Deadpool and Wolverine, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't. I thought it was an honor to the 2000 movies that I grew up with, the old X-Men, the old Spider-Man, all that. They had the old Fantastic Four, they had Blade. That was all in that 2000 era, and it was a nod, and I thought they treated those characters very well in that film. I love seeing them back on the big screen. So it was like, yeah, it was a nostalgia hit for me that they put in. With Wolverine putting the mask on finally. It's everything that I ever wanted. And they put it in that film. And that one did very well. Spider-Man, No Way Home. They brought back Toby. They brought back Andrew. Nostalgia. Boom. Hit you in the face. They brought back the old villains. Boom. Nostalgia. I thought they treated them well. That movie did extremely well. So it's like those films are doing well for Marvel. But now we've got Captain America, that's like costing them $500 million apparently.
What?
Yeah, they did 2 reshoots, and the budget has exploded because they changed the movie twice.
Holy.
Oh, Bruce, no way. Thank you all for buying the
Is that
book.
90?
Yo.
All right, I'm gonna hit refresh.
You won't see it on yours. I'll see it on mine.
Okay. Okay.
Mine, the screen.
Oh.
Man, almost there. Look at that.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
It takes the main site sometimes for some people. It takes like a day to refresh. It's not like Indiegogo that refreshes automatically. So, man, look at that, 90K.
90. Let's go. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you guys. Thank you everyone for buying a book, man. Thank you, man. Could I hit 100K before Tuesday? That would be insane. That would be insane. Thank you all so much, man. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys haven't already gotten it, it is in the pinned comments right over there. Check it out. Achromatic Chronicles green. I'm looking forward to it. But man, speaking of I'm gonna read this article from the Mary Sue.
Oh, my favorite.
So I guess there's a new Spider-Man that's coming out. Right?
Cartoon.
Yeah, as a cartoon.
Yeah, I think so. I read that somewhere this week. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess there was a photo of Norman Osborn taking a picture with Captain America, and Norman Osborn is black now.
Yeah.
So but this is from the Mary Sue right over here. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man isn't even out yet, and racists are already complaining. It sounds like the same thing, because we're criticizing it. We're not really complaining. We're criticizing it, saying that how it shouldn't be like this, and it's the same people that says, Acolyte isn't even out yet, and weirdos are complaining online. I think it's the same thing over and over again. But and this is the and Jay, I know they did an homage to the initial Spider-Man release cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantasy, what was that, like Fantasy 15?
Yeah, this is wild. What do you think about
appearance of Spider-Man? I got to hold that book. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Like I don't read comic books anymore. Like the last time I read comic books was probably like when I was, I don't know, like American comic books, probably when I was in my teenager years. I didn't really care for it afterwards.
I stopped reading comic books until Skybound took over the Transformers and G.I. Joe IPs. And as a Transformer fan, the Skybound Transformer comic books have been the best comic books I have read. I almost want to say in my lifetime. I am so happy with that Transformers run with Skybound. It is incredible. Every character is exactly how I wanted it. It's bloody. It's adult. You got Transformers grabbing humans and squeezing them like grapes and exploding them in their hands in the comic book. It's insanity. And we are heading, and I like the fact that they're not doing it's a forever run. It's like we're going to tell a story these next 10 years and then we're going to be done. And they're bringing G.I. Joe is getting ready to fight the Transformers, and it's just, I can't explain it. It has just been a breath of fresh air as far as comics. So I freaking love it. I can't wait for every issue. It's incredible.
Isn't there a crossover in the movies?
I think it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be wild too. Yeah. Like,
if it's done right, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see. A new Spider-Man animated series is swinging in next year. I know people who are working on it. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man will present a Peter Parker as a high school era Spidey contending with villains. So is this like a reboot? It sounds like a reboot. The original Tom Holland Spider-Man movies accept the intriguing twist. Now Norman Osborn is Spider-Man's mentor, not Tony Stark. Oh, and Bird of Fear. Norman Osborn, aka Green Goblin, is consistently one of the most popular villains in Spider-Man mythos. But now a lot of people who claim to be Spider-Man fans are throwing their toys out of the pram simply because this version of Norman Osborn is black. It's I think the continuity, like I think the people who are working, they just don't care anymore. Right? It's like, oh, what's the big deal? Why are you so mad? What's a big deal? Who cares? Like, oh, if it wasn't a big deal, like I always say, why change it to begin with? It's because they're doing this is because everyone in there who are working on this, who are pro having Norman Osborn being black, they're all activists. There are a lot of activists who work at the studio that I work at. I just don't really say anything. I don't care. Like I said, whenever I get those Zoom calls about drag bingo night, I just ignore it, or I hit no so they know that I'm not going. But yeah, it's insane, and it should be told to people that, like, why did you do this, right? And of course
I could tell you exactly why. I know exactly why they did this, and I can show it to you.
All right,
exactly why they did this. This is why they do everything. I don't know if you guys remember. Whenever you want to share my screen, this is, and for some reason I need to like download this picture and then I could zoom in. I guess maybe I should do that. But this first part here, it's called Disney's General Entertainment Context Inclusion Standards. So anything that Disney owns, Marvel, Lucasfilm, whatever, they follow these standards for their shows. And in this first part here is standard A, on-screen representation. They have no choice because they follow these guidelines, especially this first part. Characters, they got to have representation. You got to have actors, basically from unrepresented groups have to be in all the shows. You have to have more than 3. This is their guidelines. So when they made this show, and any show that they make, they have to have so many unrepresented groups on the screen, whether it's animation, whether it's live action, whether it's movies. So they just looked at whatever character that they could just change to meet these standards, and they just changed it. So Norman Osborn and his family were the ones that were picked. Who they could have picked anybody. They could have picked Mary J. They could have picked anyone, but that's who they picked. And until they stop following these rules that they've set for themselves, this will always be a thing. They will always race swap characters. They will always like change things to fit the representation bar. They will always do this until Disney throws this and puts this in the trash. This was leaked by an insider. Disney didn't deny it. They actually celebrated that it was leaked, saying, hey, look at us, man. We're like we're helping the unrepresented group. I mean, what characterizes an unrepresented group? Fat people, crippled people, handicapped people, are Asian people unrepresented group? Are Christians unrepresented? You know what I mean? It's like, where do you set the line? And it all falls into this thing. It says, if you can't read it on the top, it says at least 3 of the following 5 need to be basically in any project that they ever do. So at least 3. So they got to have like unrepresented group as a secondary character. Norman Osborn. Boom. All right, they got that filled. Then they've got to have like an unrepresented group in all the themes and narrative. Well, Norman Osborn will fit that. So boom, there it is. In the storytelling, you need an unrepresented group. In the episodes and themes, well, Norman Osborn, he's part of the story. So there you go. So until they stop following, we're going to get stupid stuff like that. And they're just going to get roasted to all get out like they have been. for this silliness, you know, until they figure it out.
Yep.
Like,
And this
I
is
don't
right over here.
understand. Like, yeah, I mean, look, that's exactly it. That's it.
Yep. It's just
And you
and the
know
thing is,
what's sad? There is some amazing black comic book heroes that if they really wanted to go all out, that they could make incredible stories with the heroes that are already created that are of the race that they want on the big screen or in their cartoon. There are tons, you know, but it's just weird that they choose not to do that. That it's easier for them to just pick a character. Like I said in that paper, they want to do a Spider-Man show. They're like, well, and the reason why they want to do Spider-Man is because Spider-Man sells.
yep.
And they're scared to try, you know, a Black Panther show. They're scared to try Spawn. They're scared to try. Well, I don't think they own Spawn, but they're scared to try all these. They're scared to try like a Falcon. You know, they had to make Falcon Captain America to see if they made. It's like Falcon is an amazing character in the comic books.
Yep.
He could have like if they do it right. He really is, and it's like you're watching Blade, another one. Back in the day when they didn't have all this crap, everybody loved Blade. Everybody wanted to be Blade. Blade was awesome. You never heard anyone crying about, oh, they got a black man on screen. No, because Blade was freaking awesome. He still is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
you know, if they
it.
do him right. So you know what I mean? It's just sad to me that they're doing an injustice to characters and to themselves and making them a laughingstock and pushing fans away because they think they're doing the right thing in saving America by having changing characters, you know?
Yeah.
Changing characters around when they should be focusing on if they want you know, a black lead, they have awesome characters that they can make cartoons out of that they choose not to. So, you know, there you have it.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like for me, like the reason why I liked Spawn because he's badass. He looks really cool.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, he's black. That's cool. You know, I like this
Nobody
character.
cares.
Yeah,
We don't care.
I know. Like same thing with like I knew like Tony Stark, like Iron Man was a white guy, but like, oh, who's War Machine? Who's this? You know, it's oh, it's a black guy. Cool, whatever. You know, I like it, but it's just now like they're just taking things and I like they could have like they should have done a Static Shock thing a long time ago.
Static Shock would have been amazing.
So good.
Such a good character. Like such a good character. So
yeah, but
you know,
instead
but
we
yeah, what are you gonna do?
We get this right over here. You know, I'm something of an N-word myself.
Oh man, that's terrible. Like, that's terrible.
Like,
yeah, those are the
memes.
memes that come out.
Yeah,
you know, because Disney decides to be stupid. But again, like you said, there should be a Static Shock. Black Panther was one. There's Cyborg, of course, that's DC.
Yeah.
Sam Wilson should have his own thing. You know, and it's just. But they just try to change it. Like you said, War Machine, there's Luke Cage, all these films. So you better take that down before YouTube gets you, man. That's all I'm saying.
See, I have no issues with Idris Elba. I think when a character plays it correctly, like, and if it wasn't for identity politics or anything like that, like no one really cared when Sam Jackson was Nick Fury. Because he played a good Nick Fury, right? Like I remember when I was talking to Grae the first time, I was like, did you know Nick Fury was originally white? He's like, what? He was white? I was like, yeah, he was white. And then they like I think it was God, I forgot his name already. The guy who plays him in the live action. And then same thing with Idris Elba as Heimdall.
Yeah.
Like people liked it. They didn't really care, but now I think they're just doing it because of we don't have enough black people. And then now they have that, you know, I completely forgot that Disney, you know, that sheet that came out earlier last year. I completely forgot.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like I always go back to it. I have it like saved because anytime we see stuff like this, it's like, well, they're just following what they've always followed, and they're going to completely do this until, you know, it's, I don't know, until management changes, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
that's the problem. But like, I think they should get Wesley Snipes and do an old man Blade movie.
That would be
I
amazing.
would be first in line for that. You know, like I'm ready for that stuff. Like, I think that would be incredible. Mr. Terrific, another black character. I would watch, like, I'm a Marvel person, so I always collected Marvel comic books. I loved it. I thought Sam Wilson was a great character. Never cared about his race. It was just like he was a great character. I was a huge Black Panther fan. Comic book. I have tons of the stuff over here in long boxes from Black Panther. Thought he was an excellent character in the comic books. He was one of the few people that actually put on the Infinity Gauntlet and survived in the comic books, you know, and he fought Thanos and stuff. And it was really cool, you know, like what he was able to do. Blue Marvel, Dirty Jersey. I got your email, Dirty Jersey, by the way. And like, keep going, brother. Blue Marvel's another one. It's just, they have it. They just, I don't know why they don't want to do anything with it. So
Yeah.
that's
Yo,
what they should be asking themselves.
Yeah. Kohauser with the 2. Thank you, man. Black Series
OSHA Star Wars figure.
It's $7.36. Oh man, thank you. And Kohauser with a 10. Thank you, man, for another super chat. First cross for Transformers and G.I. Joe was in Transformers Season 3 with Flint and Lady J's daughter Marissa Fairborn of EDC, and then a Cobra Commander in episode Only Human.
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that crossover. I want to see it.
If it's done right, it's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be freaking awesome.
All right.
I love the Transformers. Like, I like G.I. Joe. Like, usually when like those two IPs came up together, you know, and it was the genius of Hasbro to make a cartoon to sell toy. Like, they were all about selling toys, right? So it's like, let's make a cartoon and we'll sell the toys. So, you know, but the IPs got so popular and you watched both, but a lot of times someone would gravitate, like Jeremy, he gravitated toward G.I. Joe. I gravitated toward Transformers. I still love G.I. Joe, but I gravitated more to the Transformer lore, even though like G.I. Joe was they're all like connected.
That's cool.
But you know, like someone asked me, Jay, my daughter wants to know who's your favorite Transformer was. She's recently getting hardcore into G1. I love Starscream. Starscream is my favorite. Cool. And I always buy, there's something I want to get with Starscream. There's like one of these statues. It's like $3,000. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get it. It's huge. It's like Starscream doing his thing. I've always loved that character because he's such a weird character. Like, he's second in command, but he hates the boss. And he's kind of a punk, you know, like he runs away from a fight, but he's like second in command, and him and Megatron are constantly fighting. But Megatron keeps him around just for whatever reason to keep him in. It's such a unique character, I think. So
yeah.
I like what did you think about Transformers 1?
Yeah, did you watch that?
I loved it.
That's the one with Chris Hemsworth, right?
It's not canon. It's just a standalone film. But when I went in there watching it, knowing that it was an adaptation to Transformers, I loved it. I loved it. So I thought they did it great. And Starscream was in it, and he was a punk in that one too. So it was like, you know, that's how it was. I was shocked on how much I liked it.
That's good.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah, like I really need to watch it because I heard that one is really good. I've always been a Transformers fan over G.I. Joe. It's just because robots transforming. It's just you can't beat that. My first introduction was Beast Wars because like I know that Transformers I was born in the 80s, late 80s, so I didn't live through the 80s.
Yeah, so I'm older than you, so I'm about to die soon. So
no, still look young, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's all the McDonald's, all the preservatives is in my skin, in my pores. So you know what was cool about Transformers 1? it, without giving out spoilers, it was about people working hard for the government, and the government was lying to them.
That's wild.
And that's how the Transformers were born, as a government uprise. And then you had some that were like, we're going to like take down the government and set it on fire. Then you had the others that were like, we're going to win, but then we need to like calm down. Like that's how it was. So it's like when you watch it, as after all we went through these past 4 years, you're kind of like, heck yeah, man, that's what's up. So it was like big government, like lying to the people. When you watch it, you'll get it. You'll be like, oh, snap. And that's how the Autobots and the Decepticons were made, because big government that was running Cybertron was lying to the people.
Now I really want to watch it.
They had enough.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, this is pretty awesome. So
Jeremy the Cyborg with the 5. Thank you, man. Nick Fury Jr. is half black, as Nick Fury married a black woman.
That's correct.
He looks like the Sam Jackson Nick Fury. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Oh, thank you for the lore. Thank you for the super chat as well. And Cole Hauser with another 5. Thank you, man. There was supposed to be a G.I. Joe My Little Pony crossover in My Little Pony the movie with Shipwreck.
Yep, that's right.
It was canceled. Oh, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. It made me watch My Little Pony. But all right, let's go and talk about our next topic right over here. Have any of you guys played Marvel Rivals yet? I heard Beardle was really bad. I heard Beardle was really bad.
I haven't. My friends that have played it said I like it, but it's not the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. So the reason why I want to talk about is the art style. I think the art style for it is fantastic. It's done from the guys in China, and it's got NetEase. They're the one who did it, and it looks good. Like look, this is the Fantastic Four. This is the 4 characters that are going to be coming in a bit, and they look good. Human Torch looks fantastic. Thing looks huge, and I know this is all art style, but at least the female characters look really good. And this one actually looks like John Krasinski. It actually looks like John Krasinski.
And they're all coming out in the next season, which is wild.
Yeah, all 4 characters.
I don't know why they don't cast John. I mean, they put him in everything else.
Yeah, I love John Krasinski. They should have brought him back. I the fact that Pedro Pascal is going to be playing Reed Richards, it's like, oh God, oh man, why is he in everything?
He's part of that under marginalized group, I guess.
Yeah. So and he's he's Disney's like love child right now. He's in everything. So the reason why I want to talk about that is because I want to do a compare and contrast with what I saw. So this is I'm looking forward to it. I might actually pick it up. It's free. So I do like me some Overwatch before, but this is what we got from the one on the left is the one from Marvel Rivals, and the one on the right is from the Avengers game that came out from Square Enix.
Square Enix.
My bad. Yeah. Squaresoft is dead. But yeah, I know it's like this is more realistic. This is what you're talking about, realism here, real armor and stuff like that. But you can make cool characters. But I think I don't know why. In terms of art style, what do y'all think about this?
I love it.
Yeah,
I think it looks cool to me. I don't have no problem with it.
Do you like the one on which one do you like better? The one on the left or the right?
Well, for as far as art goes, I like the one on the left where the shield is glowing and all that stuff. The other one looks like the Captain America from the movie.
Yeah. They made it super realistic. I think it has a bit, at least for me, a bit uncanny valley to it. Some of the characters look real, like I don't know, like especially the female characters. We're gonna get to the female. This is not the worst one. This is not the worst offender. But when I saw Black Widow's face in that trailer, I'm like, oof. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to play this game. But yeah, I think art style. Of course, people say, oh, it's art style, right? It's I get it. As an artist, you can make something super realistic, but you can also make it cool.
Exactly.
I think this one, it just looks, it looks okay. It's not as bad. Next one,
They tried to integrate.
Whoa.
They tried to replicate the MCU characters back in the day.
Sorry, I had to turn my lights off a little bit. They were like
Yeah.
burning my eyes.
Yeah,
so
no,
I was
no
off
worries,
camera
no
for a
I
second.
actually I initially thought this was Thor, but this is just a
I
Captain
did too.
America.
I was like, is that Thor?
This is
It's a
like
Captain America skin.
yeah, like on Asgard, right, or something like that. Like
Yeah.
What?
I thought it was Thor. Yeah, it's a skin for Captain America. It's not this is not Thor.
I don't like it.
no, this one looks bad. He looks like he's like, oh, I've been drinking for days. Like I thought it would have been Thor. Like if you told me this is Thor, I'm like, all right, I believe you. But this looks really bad. Oh man, so this Iron Man looks okay. The face it's off for me. The mask, at least the helmet, it looks okay. I know it looks more like the movies, but I think the eyes are flipped. Like you know how like it looks like
yeah.
if the eyes are flipped. If they flip the eyes, it will look better. It look like the movie. But this looks okay. I think the one on the left, I think it looks too Chinese. That's just me.
I didn't want to say it.
He got some cheeky eyes, man. It's just...
I didn't say it.
Oh, but yeah, it's just the one on the right like could be better. Could be a little bit better. This one, I believe this is the nanosuit tech armor. I forgot which one this one was, but it looks. I don't know. Grae, what do you think about this one? I don't like it when his face is revealed.
Yeah, I don't either. And yeah, this one has chinky eyes too.
all of them. Oh, because the armor is made in China.
Yep.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I like classic, man. I just like the classics. So, you know,
this one
I
looks
don't mind
better.
if they do the movie stuff, you know, but I like the classic looks.
Yeah.
So
I think this one is from the movie. I believe this is the nanotech from the movie. This looks exactly looks like from Endgame. I think this one looks pretty cool. I have no issues with this one actually. This Thor, on the other hand, looks.
It's like old man Thor.
Yeah, I think this is okay. I don't know. I think not. I don't know. I think I just don't like it as much. What do you think,
Yeah,
Grae?
it's like of all the male, it's kind of toned down in comparison. But because it's easy to say now that we have a point of comparison between Avengers and Rivals, but like if we don't back then when we no one knew anything about Marvel Rivals or it didn't even exist back in the day. I think it's all right, but now that you have these two to compare, now Avengers being thrashed even more because like look how much of a giga chat the designs are more in Marvels compared to Avengers, where all the males seem toned down, and later we'll see like Black Widow is not as sultry compared to the Marvel Rivals version. But yeah, overall the art design could have been better, made more appealing because like Square kind of leaned towards more realism and more replicating to MCU. Because back in the day, MCU was still in its peak, so they tried to kind of replicate MCU. But now that the MCU is kind of down there, Marvel Rivals is its own thing.
Yeah, I think if they gave Thor right over here like Kratos' face, like from God of War, like even like Ragnarok, like a little bit more angry. I don't know. This one, he it just doesn't look great here. And
yeah. Whoa.
That's a wig.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What is that?
I don't know. This looks awful.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, this you got ramen noodles on his head.
Yeah, that looks like what someone would wear at a Comic-Con in a cosplay.
Yeah. This doesn't look good.
Like you could tell it's like, it's wig and all that stuff. So
yeah, it looks bad.
That's not good.
Okay, this is from Love and Thunder. I I don't know.
He
I
looks
think
so thick on that one side. Like they make his head looks so small.
yeah, the one on the left, right? He has a tiny head. But yeah, I think this one looks okay. The armor looks fine. On the one on the right looks fine. I don't know about this Hulk. He looks like
Hero Hulk.
yeah.
Yeah, that his arm, like they make the bicep like a little too exaggerated. They could do it in a way that makes it look like that top one is like it just makes their head look like they're shrunk. Like it's weird.
Yeah, the head's really tiny in the top.
Small compared to the body. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, the bottom one, he just looks like he's like out of shape.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. But hey, if I was out of shape and I look like that, I'll be okay with it.
I'd be okay too, but it's just, we're talking about the Hulk here,
Yeah.
Mhm.
The bottom looks Gray Hulk right over here. Same thing. I think same issue. The head's really small, but the bottom one, he just looks bad.
Yeah, he looks like he's wearing a diaper or something. Like that was like a fat kid that pooped his pants. Crazy.
Oh, okay. Okay, this looks better. I think covering him up with armor. This is the World War Hulk, gladiator outfit. I believe this looks way better. This is from Ragnarok, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one looks pretty good. Okay, now this one, I feel like they just took away a lot of the femininity from the woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one on the left looks really good. The one on the right, I think, I'm not sure. Is this supposed to be like Black Widow when she's like 40, 48? I don't know. Like she's supposed to be. Of course, we're comparing her to Scarlett Johansson. Like Scarlett Johansson's peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just looks. I don't know. The thing is, a Square can make attractive characters. I think they choose not to. But yeah, this doesn't look really good. I think the white suit's probably the most egregious because this was from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Black Widow was like such a she in the comics, like she used heavy sex appeal to get like what her mission needed to be accomplished, and she was like a Russian assassin. The movies probably didn't do her justice as far as like how vicious she actually is. I didn't like the fact that they put her in fights with like people with superpowers when she was more of like she would kill you from the shadows. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
she would work herself in, and like they tried to do that in some of the films where she was like the secretary of Tony Stark, and people was like, wait, who are you again? But yeah, she wouldn't do well with white. That is definitely from the movie.
Yeah. This is probably
the worst one. Yeah.
Wait, who is that? That's not Hawkeye, is it?
It's Hawkeye.
It is.
You have two different style of haircuts. One guy's wearing a COVID mask. What the heck?
Yeah, this one he's like ninja. Like he has I believe he has like long hair. Sort of like Hanzo from Overwatch, and he has like this cape thing. I think it's cool. I think the mask is cool, but the guy on the right, it just looks. He looks like he went to Walmart and bought a bunch of like bicycle gear.
Yeah.
What is?
Oh man. Oh,
whoa! Where were they going?
I don't know. Yeah, because if you look at Jeremy Renner, at least he looks better than this.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh man, this is not good. And
It doesn't get better. Now they just put sunglasses on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe he looks like what's it called again? Was it Lance Armstrong? The cyclist?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, I didn't take steroids. No, I didn't.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think these all okay. So I think this one's fine. Spider-Man, you can't go wrong with Spider-Man. You can't ruin that. I think his hips. I think the red needs to go down up to right over here where his belt is. I think it will look better, but this looks okay. Pretty good. This is from the movie.
Yeah,
it's pretty
Iron
cool.
Man suit, Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one. The one the spider legs that pops out. I think it's really cool. The nano suit. I think the Black Panther here looks sort of weird, and the reason why like there is a reason why we're talking about this. The reason why we're talking about all the suits and is because there has been heavy mods that's been happening with this game.
And
Yo,
this
Black
was Black Panther.
Panther 1 million BC.
Whoa.
So this is Black Panther 1 million
Never
BC.
seen that.
The one on the left looks really cool. The one on the right. Let's go to Party City and grab like the kids stuff. Just put it on.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, this is
Who would like that's a skin you could buy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you
like I wish they would release like who bought what skin? Who's buying that one, man? Like who's looking at that and saying that's cool?
Yeah, this looks awful. But oh man.
What happened?
Yeah, but he fell off. He still looked like Tommy Wiseau. He's like, hello, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh man. But the reason why we're talking about this is because there's a lot of mods that's been coming out for this game. And we're trying to do a compare and contrast. But there was a mod for Marvel Rivals, and it's Donald Trump as Captain
America. Look at that.
But Nexus mod has removed the Marvel Rivals mod depicted of Donald Trump as Captain America. Is because Nexus mods they don't like that. They're not they hate everything that the right and or conservative side or whatever the MAGA side, whatever you want to call it, they hate that side. So they removed it. I believe this mod should probably be on other things, but the fact that they removed it is pretty insane. What are your thoughts, Jay? What do you think?
I mean, I guess we're still at that place where they don't want the president or the president to be, you know, it makes me wonder if would they allow a Joe Biden one? Would they allow a Kamala Harris one? You know, AOC
like her,
one.
like, Storm.
If they're allowing those and not this one, then yeah. But I will say this: if they do ban something like this across the board, then okay, all right, fine. Then they banned it across the board. So, but if they just took it out because it's Trump, then yeah, it's the typical same old thing. Yeah. Same old.
And Nexus mods are the same people that removed the beautification of some characters, and they also removed because in Spider-Man, the PS4, PS5 games, when they came on PC, people started swapping the pride flags for American flags, and
yeah, that's right.
That.
And they didn't like that. Man, Nexus done a lot of stupid stuff, man.
Absolutely. Yeah,
SJK said that. Yeah. Really?
It allowed them Obama. Yeah, definitely. If they put in Obama for Captain America, I bet you they'll leave it on. But yeah, this is wild, man. I don't do mods for my games at all. I usually play them, but like
I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty stupid when it comes to that. But yeah, this is crazy. But the thing is that this game is from NetEase, and even there's a lot of censorship in the game too. Like you can't say like free Hong Kong, Tibet, Tiananmen Square, all that kind of stuff. That's like anti-CCP propaganda, that kind of stuff. Like if you're anti-CCP, you can't type any of those stuff in there anyways. But overall, this game is doing really well though. I want to see if other modding websites will allow you to have Donald Trump. But yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, it makes you wonder like if that'll happen again. Sorry, I went off camera because I had to turn the lights off. So because I have been streaming since like 3 o'clock.
Yeah. No. So thank you for coming.
These
on,
lights
man.
have been burning my eyes, man. It's like so I just so now I had to turn them off. But I apologize.
No apologies needed. But yeah. All right. All right, Jay. Thank you so much for coming on, man. I know that it's super late. It's getting super late. It's past midnight in your area. But
Man, I appreciate the invite, dude. Like I am beyond proud of you guys on how far you guys have come in just a short time, and the audience that you have that you've gained, you know, and fill your personal channel as well. You know, it's like it's good stuff, man. We need more voices out there. So I appreciate the invite. Anytime. Like, don't hesitate. Phil, you got my number.
yeah,
Anytime.
yeah.
Anytime.
Thank you.
It's an honor
And
to be here.
yeah, and you want to shout anything out right over here before you head off to bed?
Achromatic Chronicles Green. Man, we only got a couple more days left. Tuesday, we shut down the campaign. I fly to Dallas. A couple days after that, I sign and autograph some of them, and they start to get printed and shipped out. You're going to love this story. If you don't have the first book, Blue, you can get that one as well. Blue is a 220-page graphic novel adventure that's suitable for all ages, that doesn't have any of the messaging or crap in it. And Green is the second book of the series. So there's a couple more books left to come, and I am just blown away by all the support. And I really hope you enjoy the series when you finally get it in your hand. So if you're thinking about it, don't wait. If you got young people, you know, in your life, this perfect book for them. And I just think you're going to love it. So don't wait. Help me get to 2,500 books sold. I'm like a little less than 50 away. So
there it is. There it is. Yeah. But thank you so much, Jay, for coming on. Where can people find you? What you up to, man? I think you're
sorry, I'm disconnected.
No worries.
Drunk3PO channel or Jaywalking the Planet, but Drunk3PO, all things Drunk3PO. You can find me there. We talk pop culture and stuff like that. And that's about it, man. Geeks and Gamers. I'm on Geeks and Gamers, or I will be at a Comic-Con near you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jay, for coming on. Really appreciate it. Guys, if you guys haven't already done so, go ahead and get Achromatic Chronicles Green. It is pinned in the comments below. Thank you so much, Jay, for coming on. Thank you. I know it's like super late, and we would definitely love to have you on again.
Take care, guys. Always a pleasure. Eggroll!
Yeah, shout out to Jay. Thank you. We weren't able to read your super chats. If we missed it, we're completely sorry, but thank you. Wolf's Pain with the 2. They still not play Marvel Rivals because of Chinese. I get you. I get it. No worries.
Yeah.
But thank you, Jay, for coming on. Really appreciate it. Go ahead and follow Jay. All of his information, Linktree, his book, it's all in the comments below, in the description as well. Go ahead and check that out. But thank you. Yep, join the rebellion. True. All right. Okay, I do want to talk about this. Grae, do you like Meghan Markle?
I was okay with her back when she was still at Suits before she met Harry and everything. But everything after that, what she did, everybody knows the history. Yeah. Not much sympathy for her, if there's any.
Yep. All right. This is from CBC. Critics are slamming Meghan Markle's new Netflix series, but do they dislike the show or her? They dislike her.
Yeah.
All right. I don't really care too much about her. I think that she's dumb, she's privileged, and no one cares about her. And then she's gonna be like, "Oh, you guys don't like me because I'm black."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Duchess of Sussex revealed the trailer with Love Meghan on Instagram Thursday. Is there a YouTube video for it? I want to see if it got ratioed. I want to.
This is Netflix, so the probability is high that there is.
Okay, what's the show called? Meghan Markle's new show. What's it called? Okay, Instagram. It's with Love Meghan. Okay, I want to see how bad this shit is.
Maybe that's net. Is that a YouTube trailer below?
Yeah, I'm checking if there's a YouTube trailer. Okay. Yes, right here. With Love Meghan official Netflix trailer. Okay, we're not talking about the royal family too much. I know it's dumb. Holy shit. No one likes this girl. Just letting you know, no one likes her. I think that Harry should get a divorce. But
they're kind of technically separated already, if I'm not mistaken, or they're still a couple.
Yeah, she's rich and privileged, saying that, she's your classic Cinderella story. She came from nothing. No, her parents were rich. Okay, she was a movie star in Hollywood. She was on Suits. Suits was really, really good. I thought she was hot on Suits. I hate her now. I don't care how hot she is. Heavily the ratio right over here, 11,000 likes, 96,000 dislikes. Please, comments to be turned on, please.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Writes to dish soap company to complain it was insinuated women belong in the kitchen. Ends up marketing herself as an expert in the kitchen. Netflix is not the marketing team. There is no marketing team that can make this work. She is not liked and has an irredeemable reputation. The comments have spoken. Just imagine having a comment section that's more entertaining than the crap you're promoting. Disrespect the queen can never be forgiven. What a bitch! No one likes her.
Yeah, it's between her and Rachel Ziegler, the most hated female celeb in Hollywood.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put a poll in chat right now. I believe.
Actually,
I'm gonna put a poll in chat. Who you hate more? All right, who you hate more? Question mark. All right, Meghan Markle, and I think she spells her name with an H, which is weird. Markle or Rachel Zegler. There it is. I'm gonna have 1 minute on this. The people who are hanging out in the YouTube chat, go ahead and check it out. There's a poll going live now. Who do you hate more, Meghan Markle or Rachel Zegler? All right, so there it is. There's the poll going up right now. It looks like Rachel Zegler might actually win. Oh, it's 50-50. Never mind. It's 50-50.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
That's crazy. The fact that it's that close. This is a hard question. It is a hard question.
It is. Because
insufferable.
They're both insufferable. But the thing, Rachel Zegler she just really sucks at PR. But Meghan Markle has bigger implications in terms of her position, especially in politics.
Yeah. That's
the faker or the blatant bitch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, see, for cooking shows to succeed, the celebrity in question has to be likable. That's true. Grae, do you know who Giada De Laurentiis is?
No, and I can't really read the comments because they're pretty small.
Yeah, they're really small. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Better? Is that better?
But yeah, a little better. But yeah, I don't know who you mentioned. Where was that in the comments?
No, I'm asking you. Do you know who Giada De Laurentiis is?
Yeah, I don't. But yeah, where did that come up? Was it in the comments?
It's because she's a chef.
Ah, okay. No.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking is because she's a chef, and I used to watch Food Network. And the reason why I will watch Giada De Laurentiis' cooking show is because she has really nice boobs. All right, she has a big smile and big personality. All right. And the thing is that I think she's great. I think Giada De Laurentiis I have nothing but good things to say about Giada De Laurentiis, and this is her. All right. Giada De Laurentiis is hot. She's like the only Food Network hot chef that's there. But she knows how to cook. So she is already in the kitchen. she's already making you a sandwich. All right. And the thing is that when she makes you a sandwich, she makes a good sandwich. Right? She going to be making you a good sandwich, not just a bitch sandwich, but a good sandwich. All right. But Giada De Laurentiis. All right. So I think she's hot. And she knows how to cook. And she's likable. She has a very good personality as well. Like actually legit. Okay. Not just trolling this time, but I'm never trolling when it comes to boobs. All right. I'm dead serious. But when it comes down to it, she's likable. Like, there's nothing wrong with her, right? There's nothing wrong with her. I think she's I think she's great. And no one likes Meghan Markle. Nobody.
No
Like, there's
one.
probably
No
one
one.
person I know that actually likes Meghan Markle. Right. So I'm gonna stop the poll right now. And there it is. We have 66 to
34.
65 to 34. Man, Rachel Zegler is still hated. Yeah, but Grae, what do you think about her teeth? Look pretty good, right?
Pretty good.
Yeah. There's pretty good teeth. But yeah, man. So right over here, it's no one likes her. How cool. Netflix realizes this is satire. They're keeping the comments open. Bravo. Right? You know what would be awesome? An awesome episode when her dad, sister, and brother show up for dinner. There couldn't be any more love in that room. Man, I think this is like a positive one. I'm not sure. But yeah, no one likes Meghan Markle. No one likes her. I think she's insufferable. Like I said, I used to think she was hot in Suits. Grae, did you find her pretty in Suits?
Yeah, I did back when I didn't finish Suits. I forgot which season that I ended with, but the latter half I didn't watch anymore. But yeah, like everything that went down, it's around 2 years ago now. Yeah, any respect I had for her is like down in the drain. Same as probably like 99% of everyone else who know her.
Yeah, that's
yeah. It's
wild.
I don't like is Netflix keeping her because like because of so much hate watching they actually make money. that's the only thing I can think of why they choose to keep her around. Because otherwise, she's a brand liability.
Yeah, she is. Maybe they just think that people would just watch her for like hate watching.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe there's hate watching. But I remember my coworker. She was like, I was like, "Do you like Meghan Markle?" It's like, I love Meghan Markle. She's like everyone's against her, and like she's done nothing wrong. She's a good person. I'm like, are we talking about the same Meghan Markle here? But yeah, so sorry. Go ahead. I cut you off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, did you watch this trailer?
I did not.
There's someone else. I did, and there's someone else in there.
Oh, okay. Should we watch the trailer? Is there music that we can? There's no trailer. Is there music that can get us copyrighted?
That I don't know. I don't think so. But there's someone else in there. Someone who Gardner does a lot of views in our shorts.
Let's go.
No way. Is it?
I've always loved taking something pretty
I'm not gonna. I hear music in the background just in case.
ordinary and elevating it, surprising people with moments that let them know I was really thinking of them.
She looks like she's mixed. She's not like full black, right?
Yeah,
She's mixed, right?
Even back then, that's the impression I got. This doesn't look pure black. She's mixed.
Okay. That's probably not even her hand. That's probably someone. She's like, all right, Giada De Laurentiis, all right, you make me a cake and I will cut it. I will cut it. And this cake looks mid. All right, it looks mid. Would I eat it? I like cake, and I also like this cake that I see on on the screen. Her father's white, exactly.
Yeah.
She was on Deal or No Deal. Yeah, she was a suitcase girl. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, and she complained about being objectified back then.
Well, I'm gonna objectify her now. She's fucking ugly now, man, especially with that personality.
What?
No!
Yes!
It's her!
It's like, wow. I've never seen so much cringe in one trailer.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Of course they're best friends.
Yeah,
Of
someone should.
course.
How did Velma do? How did Velma?
Yeah, and somehow Velma returned. Yeah, true. Man, you know what's funny? When I used to when I was at the Fox lot, whenever we would go to the back lot to go watch a movie, I always walk by Mindy Kaling's parking spot.
Really?
Yeah, it's like right at the front. It's like right basically you park there is right at the front. It's right next to, it's like right next to the handicap spot, just because handicap people first and then the celebrities, right? You see like Mindy Kaling, you see I see a bunch of bunch of other celebrities too, but like Mindy Kaling for sure. I did see her name because she was doing the Mindy project at the time or whatever bullshit she was doing. But yeah, her name was there. James Cameron's name is there too.
Mm.
It's James Cameron's parking spot was there. Maybe I should take a picture of it because I could be basically making shit up right now, but the thing is that I'm not. But yeah, it's
This is
Jeez.
probably one of the most glamorous moments of my life.
Wait, I thought the most glamorous moment of your life was when you're on Velma. What's going on? Oh my god, dude! Like, is Harry even in this or no?
No, I didn't.
Who the fuck is gonna watch it?
Life.
It's magic. I'm gonna share some little.
The hate
tips on-
watchers, according to Netflix.
Who's this? Wait,
That's what you want.
I
You want that shape.
I can't tell her face. Who is that? That's not her. Wait, her, not her. This white girl.
That's what you want.
Based off of this, it looks like Kate Upton.
Really?
Remember, Kate Upton is she's a mom now. Her tits has deflated a little bit. But based off of her nose and her proportion of her face, that could be Kate Upton. I might have to watch this now for research purposes.
That you need to find which episode in that. You only watch that particular episode.
Yeah. I don't know if that's her.
You want that shape and texture.
Yeah, she
Okay.
kind of looks more like Carla Levine, according.
Okay, so this girl, I've seen her before. This black.
Yeah,
this
she
black
looks
girl.
familiar. I just can't pinpoint where.
Carla Levine, is it that model?
Yeah.
And the one that played Enchantress like this. That one.
That I don't. I only
that
see
one?
her model for. I forgot which apparel. Was it Bench or was it another brand? But anyway, yeah.
Probably some garbage like Balenciaga or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All
This
right.
is
So
about connecting with friends.
okay. So black, not attractive, and old lady.
I love that we're doing this together for the first time.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either, but he's Asian. We disavow this guy, and I can hear this guy's voice already. Did you know? Like, I go by non-binary. Oh man, I wonder Asian cook. I wonder if he's cooking a dog. He's cooking a dog. let me teach you how this delicacy that we call inu, also known as dog. Oh my god, that's not dog.
That is so
Another Asian. I don't know who that is. Kogi? He's the Kogi truck guy. He's the guy who, you know, Kogi is. It's Korean tacos. I can see his tattoo on his forearm. Yeah, this is the guy who made Kogi here in California.
You know,
I'm just learning.
Okay.
How much honey we have.
I Yo, that's wild. I look, what's that called again? Stephen King is it's not Stephen King. It's not Stephen King.
Yeah.
Look, that looks like a mix between Stephen King and John Lennon, okay? I hope she gets stung. I hope she gets stung. Okay, what's this? All right, who's this? I don't know who that is. fancy donuts, and she's sprinkling like actual flowers on top. No one's gonna eat that shit.
Was in the details.
No one's gonna eat
Do
it.
totally wrong. To get it
Another
totally-
Asian. God damn it, man. There's so many Asians here. It makes me sad.
Everyone's invited. Yeah, sure. thing.
Everyone's invited. Yeah, right.
Look at what we made.
Are you gonna invite your
The
brother-in-law?
junkie
Your
on
brother?
the street. The junkie on the.
Yeah, are you gonna invite your brother and sister-in-law? Huh? Are you gonna invite Kate Middleton and Prince William? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. And she basically, in a way, fucked Prince Harry over with any royal fortunes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, she
true.
completely ruined his life.
Yeah.
Oh man, this bitch! I can't believe we were watching this at that. Oh my god, man, jeez, that could be a woman.
Yeah. That's true.
It could be a woman. I don't know. Oh, there he is, Prince Harry. There he is.
Oh, he's there. Okay.
In one episode, love with love, Meg Han.
Yeah. It's this all looks so fake and disingenuous.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I know everyone hates me. Everyone hates me right now. Let's make a TV show to show how, down to earth I am, how relatable I am. I'm just like you, but way richer and way more privileged. That's crazy, man. That's actually wild, dude. That South Park episode was hilarious, though. They got so mad. They were like, "We're gonna
I remember.
South Park." So
Yep.
stupid. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
and
man.
the frostbitten penis.
Oh man, dude, it's so bad, dude. Did you hear about Aubrey Plaza's husband? In my mind, she's not married. In my head canon, she ain't married, all right? Yeah, this is for 40-year-old lonely women. Yeah, basically the people who watch Agatha. People who actually like and enjoy Agatha. Do y'all think Damaris Phillips is hot or not? Who's that?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Damaris Phillips.
Oh, she's also a chef.
Yeah, she's a chef on Food Network. She's newer. She's definitely newer. Because when I watched Food Network, it was a long time ago. Long time ago. I haven't watched Food Network in a long time. I watched Food Network when Emerald Lagasse still had a show. All right, Damaris Phillips. I think she's cute. Grae's gonna say something about her teeth, but I think she's cute. All right, I'm trying to look for a good photo of her. A good photo. All
Yeah,
right.
she shows her teeth a lot.
Oh, Grae don't like that. Grae is not liking that very much. Not one bit. All right. I'm bringing up a photo of her right now. This is a good photo of her, in my opinion. Because all you have to type is person's name and put hot, and then usually the best photos come out. This is her. I'm not sure how old this photo is. Oh, this is from September. So this is recent.
Oh, recent.
Very recent. Yeah, she looks good. Looks like she lost a little bit of weight.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I think she looks cute. I wouldn't say she's on the level of Giada De Laurentiis, but she's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was gonna rate her, I'll give her a 7.5. 7.5. All right, it's pretty good. And it also really depends on how good is her cooking as well. Because now they're a chef, I need to see how good the cooking is.
Yeah.
Right? Because of we all know the bottom. We know the bottom bitch. You know what? I know everyone knows it. It's Paula Deen. Okay, it's Paula Deen. All right. We add a stick of butter, and then she says the N-word. All right, Paula Deen. All right. She looks like Melissa Joan Hart. Yeah, she a little bit there, a little bit. All right, a little bit. But yeah, I think she's cute here. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna come down to see organic honey from my own bees. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. She is 7 different race, and they all don't
Her-
like her.
I think her her origins, Meghan Markle's origins.
Oh
Her
yeah,
race.
yeah. She's mixed. She's a mutt. He kind of ruined himself by allowing it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, also same thing.
Will and Kate are too busy with royal duties, actually doing their jobs.
Mhm.
And the thing is that we heard that Kate has cancer.
Yeah, that's a rumor. Or was it
Yeah.
already confirmed?
I think she confirmed it. Because people were
Oh.
like, we haven't seen you in a long time. Where'd you go? And they have like 4 kids, right?
Mhm.
Something like that. Yeah. Let's see. She let him out of his basement. Yeah, true. Kate is busy having cancer. Yep, she has cancer. I remember that. I think that guy is a gay Filipino American actor, Nico Santos. Grae, you know who that is?
Nope.
Hey, oh, Filipino.
Pinoy pride.
Pinoy pride, man. Hey, Filipino. Hey, oi. Aubrey's husband offed himself. Wait, is that true?
Oh,
Is that true? That's crazy if it is. Oh, Aubrey Plaza's husband committed suicide. Was that recent?
yeah, I didn't know that.
Why? Oh shit, it's an hour ago.
Oh, yeah, super recent. Okay. So young, 47, man.
Oh shit. What the hell, dude?
Yeah.
All right.
And they've only
Let's-
been married for 3 years.
Yeah, let's see. Right up here, indie filmmaker Jeff Baena, Aubrey Plaza's husband, found dead at Los Angeles home. Let's go and zoom in a little bit. Writer director Jeff Baena, whose darkly comedic independent films included The Little Hours, who's married to his frequent creative collaborator Aubrey Plaza, has died. He was 47. Baena was found Friday morning at LA home, according to LA County Medical Examiner Office. The circumstances of his death remain unclear Saturday. At the office said that investigating has full report and will not be available until the case is closed. Baena co-wrote David O. Russell's 2004 film I Heart Huckabees, and wrote the direct 5 of his own films, 4 of which premiered in Sundance Film Festival. He had been dating Plaza for 3 years before she starred in the 2014 directorial debut of zombie comedy Life After Beth. His next film, 2016's Joshy, featured Thomas Middleditch as a man who gets together with his friends months after his fiancée commits suicide. Shit out of here. No! Okay, man, that's crazy. The son of attorney and teacher, Baena grew up in Miami and attended a film school in a New York university. He told podcaster Mark Maron in a 2017 interview that his interest with cinema was sparked after watching Stanley Kubrick's Clockwork Orange and Federico Fellini's 18 and a Half as a child. So was it actually suicide? As of right now, it doesn't say.
There are other articles that say suicide if you search.
Okay, let me check.
Yeah, if you just type in Aubrey Plaza husband, some of them are gonna say it's suicide.
Okay, so I'll put suicide then. Okay, so okay, right over here, the Daily Beast. Aubrey Plaza's husband, 47, found dead by assistant at LA home. Baena, a filmmaker known for his off-kilter comedies, believed to have died by suicide, according to investigation police. All right, okay, so according to TMZ, investigating police believe that Baena, 47, died by suicide. Emergency services were called to his home around 10:30 a.m. and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Best known for his yeah, we know that already. So proud of my darling. So this is Aubrey Plaza right over there. Under the post, the fans have started to leave condolences to the filmmaker and wishes well for Plaza. Plaza has not yet released a statement addressing Baena's death. So it's not 100% confirmed, but as of right now, it's rumored to
May-
be suicide.
Yeah, maybe like the investigators, like you know, they saw the setup where his body was, etc., etc. We'll probably get more details in the future.
Man,
Yeah, it's like this reminds me of like Matt Perry.
yeah.
Apparently, yeah. I got some well, my mom told me, but I didn't really confirm it. Like apparently like he was not supposed to receive the medications he was looking for, but some shady doctor allowed it because to get money out of him. That's how he ended up dying the way he
Isn't
did.
that what happened with freaking Prince? This how happened with Michael Jackson. Right? Well, Michael
Probably.
Jackson, it was like the doctor gave him the wrong doses or something like that, so he OD'd.
No, but like I think there's like the well established credible doctors didn't want to give Matt Perry any more drugs. But then, the shadier, less moral doctor, he ended up finding a less, that didn't have the same moral standards. So yeah, I'll give it to you. Then
Man, that sucks, dude.
that's what happened, apparently, for Matt Perry.
Man, that sucks. Yeah, it's sad. But I know it's sad when a person dies, and if it's a suicide, it sucks and stuff like that. We don't know why. I know it's not the right time, but I'm gonna fucking say it. She's single.
Someone in chat also said it.
Right? It's sort of like that Austin Powers thing. I loved her. She was my world. That means I'm single again. Y'all behave, right? It's basically it's like look. It fucking sucks that he's dead. And I feel bad for her. She's a widow now. But she's single. And y'all love Aubrey Plaza for some reason. I think she's one of those crazy girls that would do anything. I think that's the reason why. She's one of those crazy girls that would do anything. And she will experiment anything with and for you. So, yeah, she's single again. Fuck, man.
So
yeah,
you'll be
I'll
watching
her
Agatha
rebound. There
again.
it is.
You're
Yeah,
gonna watch Agatha again.
Am I gonna watch Agatha again? I would rather watch what's that one that's really good on it was on FX? Legion. I would watch Legion again. Legion is really good. Now, Aubrey Plaza was the bad guy.
What's the plot of that one?
Professor X's son.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and it's like it's like trippy, psychedelic, like very artsy style, but it has a good story. The bad guy's hilarious, and the bad guy's a Shadow King basically, and there's like different. Shadow King takes numerous different forms, and one of them is Aubrey Plaza. So yeah, Legion is great. You need to watch it if you have, and it's Marvel, so it's really really cool. Check it out. And Aubrey Plaza is hot in it. She was very hot in it. And whatever Thunder, Midnight Thunder from Down Under, that girl that did you watch Prey?
No.
What's that girl's name? Thunder Prey. Prey Predator. What's her name? Amber Mid-Thunder. She's in it too. Amber Mid-Thunder. I think Amber Mid-Thunder is hot. Amber Mid-Thunder. I think she's like Native American, and I think that the parts that she plays is like she has that like tsundere look. I'm not sure. Let's see. Legion. Like she has that like that look. I don't know. I'm trying to look for a photo for you. Great, but I know Grae's like I need to see her teeth. I get it. All right. I don't want to see her feet. Come on. Grae's like whoa. Slow down, moment. All right, so I'm trying to look for a good photo of her. This one is fine, I guess. She looks. I won't say she. I won't say she's hot. I think that I think she casts as like good characters. So this is her. So but yeah.
Okay.
What's going on, Ogami girl? Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Amber Me Thunder gives Phil a tingling down under. Yeah, true. She puts the mid and mid thunder. I think she looks good in her roles. She looks okay here, in my opinion. To be honest, now I'm just looking at her now. Maybe I have like nostalgia goggles. I'm not sure. But yeah, so this is her. But yeah, she's in Legion. So you want to check that out. Hey, check out Legion. Legion's good. Legion's pretty good. But yeah, but yes, Aubrey Plaza is single now, boys. You know what to do. All right. We're gonna look at this, Grae. We're gonna look at this.
What's that?
Look at this.
Billy? Anime? Okay.
This is an action figure. This is a statue. Look what AI can do.
Oh, okay. I
That's crazy.
leftover hair though.
It's pretty good though. Like, you're taking something that doesn't move and you're making it move. Please don't grab her boobs. I didn't invent this video yet. Please don't grab. Don't grab her boobs. All right, good. That's even more weird. But this is pretty crazy. Yeah, you're taking an action figure and you can move it.
Yeah, you just need to prompt it to nowadays.
Yeah. What you think, man?
Yeah, it's another like scary tech for AI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know people are gonna do weird shit with it. They're gonna do,
You're goddamn right we will.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna do some good stuff with this guy. We're gonna do it. Look, this is like a statue I would have in my room. Right? I will have this. Right? I'll be using this. So
it's a preview for your Coopcast.
that's wild, man. Like the fact that you can make the dress have like bounce physics too. That's pretty good. Like it's only gonna get better moving forward. It's only gonna get better, man. But yeah, I can see a lot of weird stuff coming out. Yep. And here's the thing. The one-to-one scale sex doll Tifa is only $8,000. Man, don't let your dreams be dreams, chat. All right? Don't let your dreams be dreams. All right, let's say if you're a girl and you have a life-size statue of Superman for whatever reason. That's Henry Cavill Superman. There it is. There it is. But yeah, that's a wild, man. I think, like I said, I think AI is today is AI's worst day. The worst that AI can be is today. Which is that's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and actually talk about this. Talk about this right over here. We wanted to talk about this last week, but I believe we ran out of time. Let's go and talk about it today. Gears of War executive producer baffled why Ubisoft chose to make Assassin's Creed Shadows with Yasuke as the main protagonist. Grae, what have you heard about this?
I just read the headlines. It's like I kind of get the idea, the main idea, what he was like trying to say. Yeah, it's like this could have been an easy home run for Ubisoft. Much needed home run, where they just needed a Japanese samurai or maybe kunoichi female. That would have been fine. Everything would have been like this. Would have been the rebound that Ubisoft badly needed. Instead, it could, according to recent news, it could very well be their demise because it's too divided and it costed them loads of money to develop. I don't think they'll be able to recuperate let alone make a profit with Assassin's Creed Shadows. But Yeah, no amount of DEI money is gonna save your company, which the executives fail to understand. And yeah, I've been hearing the Guillemot family has been super tone deaf and incompetent in their management. So I think it's a matter of when, not if anymore for Ubisoft.
Yeah, I think so too. I man, I they had, like you said, they had a home run, assassin, ninja. You know, I am ninja now. I am ninja. You know, that freaking white girl starts singing.
Yeah.
All right, okay, let's go read this.
Yeah, a lot like as someone who's followed Assassin's Creed for a while now, for maybe 5 years, like people have been asking for an Assassin's Creed for Japan. It's like literally, if they didn't put Yasuke, if everything else, in my opinion, could have been forgiven. Like the architecture, like the art not in the correct timeline. It was like a century later or a century before, stuff like that. It would have been fine had they just not put Yasuke as their lead character and instead put a Japanese guy. That's what I feel.
Yeah, man. But the thing is, the fact that this game has already been receiving a lot of backlash by a lot of people from Japan. I think even some of them don't. I think some of them don't care, but a lot of them do care about you know, being authentic and being true to whatever you're trying to show, right? The whole thing with the little the gate, I forgot what it's called, the red gate, and the One Piece sword, and the fact that you know, Ubisoft, like, they don't really care, right? They technically they made like a really like, oh, here's why we're doing it, and they don't really care. So this is it actually talks about right over here this video over here from on YouTube about Laura Fryer. So there is basically a section right over here that I do want to talk about. So there's two parts. There's this one and this one. So I do want to talk about this one right over here. Let's go and hear a little bit what she has to say about this. Make sure it's not too loud. There we go.
After having those experiences, I'm baffled about some of the things I'm seeing today. Did any of the executives at Ubisoft question whether or not doing Assassin's Creed Shadows was a good idea? I've been to Japan many times. I've worked with Namco as the producer on Revenge of Arcade, and during Xbox, I managed a team there. I love the people and the culture, and based on that experience, I would never have agreed to do this game, because even if you handled it as delicately as possible, it's easy to make a mistake. And I think they have. The game isn't even out, and it's already mired in controversy, and this isn't what you want for your game. Maybe it'll blow over and they'll be able to navigate this. But if not, that was a very expensive experiment.
Yep, yeah, exactly, 100%. Right? Like, how much is this game costing already? Like the fact that it's like, oh, we're gonna try this out, and if it doesn't work, it is what it is, right? But the thing is that Ubisoft has been making games that's been sucking for a long time now, right? Mm-hmm. And more on that. Like, if you actually look at it right over here, this is from back in March of last year. They're working on a new Assassin's Creed game called Hex, right? Assassin's Creed Hex. Mm-hmm. And this is the old news right here, right over here. But we do want to talk about darkest Assassin's Creed game ever. What's to say over here?
Female
lead protagonist, right? Protagonist is currently named Elsa, and it's heavily female protagonist. Now, is female protagonist a bad thing? No. But given Ubisoft's track record, it's something that is cause for concern.
Yeah, and I hear, and I hear the plot of this one is like Agatha. It's like female coven of witches, blah blah blah. It's like it's stupid, man. It's like it should be its own game if you want to go for something like that. Doesn't belong in an Assassin's Creed universe, in my opinion. Yeah. So they're kind of glorifying the witches weren't really bad guys. It was the villagers who were oppressing them and stuff like that. That's probably what they were going for. But I think that's put into jeopardy now. Like, if Shadows does really badly, I don't think they'll have the luxury of releasing that kind of game, if they ever still can release a game.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go and watch this other video. It's the same video, but just it's a little, I want to time jump it to a little bit more ahead. It's because this has to do with Elon Musk.
If you haven't heard, the art director of the game Avowed, which is set to ship early next year, decided to post some comments publicly about
Yeah, and the reason why we're talking about this, I know it's Avowed, but the reason why we're talking about this is because people who are working in the game industry, if they feel like they have, just enjoy whatever crap we dish out. Why are you complaining, right? And we're talking about like people who are your consumers, right? I know a lot of people hate that word, but people who are buying your game, people who are paying your game, your audience, your core audience of the people who are playing your game. And if your core audience are rebelling or not even gonna want to play your game, do you think that that's a good decision as a person who works at that company? Like, oh, should we move forward with this, right? And this is how not to do it. And this is from the Avowed guy.
About his game. Apparently, there are pronouns in the game, and Elon Musk reacted on X saying that having pronouns in a fantasy video game is utterly unacceptable. To which the art director responded, I wanted so badly to make him mad with my game, and I cannot believe it actually happened. Just wait until you see the default, you said little shit. I personally find this situation baffling. Does he know Elon personally? Why does he want to make Elon mad with his game? Why would you say this to someone who is easily one of the most controversial people on the planet, and therefore has millions of people reading his posts? This interaction may be the one impression that people will ever have of the game Avowed. To be clear, I'm fine if
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
100%. And the reason why Elon Musk has such a big influence, not just in tech, but now also in politics.
Yeah, in global affairs, exactly.
Yeah. And so the fact that you have Elon Musk trying to land a rocket on using Starlink while playing Path of Exile. All right? That autistic guy is a fucking genius. All right? And whatever he says, whether you agree or not, he has a global audience, like you said, and it's also politics and tech combined. And he says that not to put, like, why would you put this thing? He has so much influence. He knows the Microsoft CEO directly. He knows.
Yeah, that's it. I wonder if there's any updates on that. Everything's so hush hush now.
Yeah.
I would have Satya really did something about this now.
But yeah, it's wild that like people aren't going to give this game a chance anymore. Like if there was any, people aren't going to give it a chance.
Yeah, that's one of the negatives probably. Like the problem with the reason why Matt Hansen is so bold about it is because the way the business model works with Game Pass. It's like, okay, we'll front the sales so there's no more financial repercussions anymore because like they got their money. I think that's why he's so Matt Hansen has become so bold like that. Like he thinks that he's invincible. He can say stuff. Oh, the game will be fine because Microsoft already paid us for our advanced sales.
Yeah,
so
okay. Like, oh, it's on Game Pass already, so it doesn't really matter. Yes, it does.
Yeah,
because it's sort of like, oh, people already have Netflix, just put it on there.
Mm-hmm.
But are people going to be buying it? Are they going to be watching it? Because the played hours and watched hours are very, very important, right? Mm-hmm. And if it's like, oh, people are going to play it anyways, it doesn't matter. Like, are they though?
Yeah,
it's like people are like, hey, it's sort of like, let's say if you are Matt Gaetz, Thomas Massey, even I don't know, some idiot like Chuck Schumer, right? Or maybe Chuck Schumer likes it. Like you're into politics 100%, right? All you care about is politics. And then you have a kid or whatever, or you want to play the game yourself. Let's say you're Matt Gaetz and you want to play the game yourself. He's like, oh, I have no idea what this is. Oh, I heard this game Avowed just came out. I want to play it. And then it's like, oh, I remember Elon Musk saying something about Avowed, saying that it's woke or it has pronouns in it. Oh, I'm not going to play it. Matt Gaetz is a politician. He's not a gamer. Right? Mm-hmm. You talk about normies because Elon Musk, he interweaves into the other side, other than tech. And Elon Musk loves playing video games. He was he got the #1 in Diablo 4. Mm-hmm. All right? He was doing so well in Path of Exile 2, they had to ban him.
Oh, they did? Oh,
I believe they removed his account or some shit like that. Something happened in like the first couple of weeks. Dude is autistic as fuck. All right, he has Asperger's. He's so good. He's so like, whenever he's focused, he's hyper focused on something, right? And if he wants to get it done, he gets it done. Right? So, and that's the thing. But I do want to talk about games that were ruined by by potential woke messaging. All right, Grae, you played Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Did you play it? What you
yeah,
think
but that
so far of what you played?
yeah, I just wrote a review in our community in here. Like I said, it's okay. It's not as bad as Dial of Destiny with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, but you can see what's the girl's name? Gina, like kind of playing a more prominent role at times than Indy, but it's not as bad as Dial of Destiny. But it's the people are saying it's good. I think the people on the both extremes are wrong. People are saying that's really good. People are saying that's really bad. For me, they're both wrong. It's mid. It's okay, but it's not the worst thing either. Especially the combat. It's super clunky. Stories, yeah, it's your normal indie game. But in terms, is it well? I don't remember.
According to what I heard, it's not.
Yeah, it's
Like,
okay. It's not really.
It's just an Indiana Jones game, right? Let's go ahead and check out its current Steam charts right now. It currently has 2,700 people in it. The past 24 hours has 64. All-time peak is 12,000. The game is okay, right? But this is like a first-person Indiana Jones game. This is probably something we should ask Jay when he was here because he played the game as well. But the reason why I want to talk about this is because do you remember a person that ruined this game before it even launched?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. This guy said that it is going to be what it's going to be inclusive, right? It's going to be super, super inclusive, right? And the thing is that when people hear the word inclusive, diversity, or equity, especially during this whole culture war age that we're in right now, we're probably at like the tail end of it, hopefully, since Trump is going to be in office soon. Whenever anyone hears these key terms, especially like inclusivity, when I'm not even going to give it a chance. I'm not even going to bother. Right? This game was, in my eyes, was dead on arrival before the game came out. Any good grace that the game had, it's gone because of this guy. Okay? Maybe he should have wore a different t-shirt. Maybe he should have wore a different pin. Maybe altogether should not say that this game is going to be really inclusive. It's because this game is not woke. The game wasn't woke at all, according to what I heard. The game the reason why it could have got a higher player base, maybe, but people didn't give it a chance is because of, that person said it was going to be inclusive, so I'm not going to play it. So, I think that's the reason why you have a lot of these developers who feel like they know better than you. And a person I work in the game development. I say it all the time. I work in game development. I never feel like my word is greater than that of the consumer. The customer is always right. And if your game sucks, it's going to suck, right? But the thing is that there's a lot of people who are a part of this culture war stuff. They're going to see that, I heard not a lot of people are playing this game. I heard this game might have woke stuff into it. I'm not sure if it does, but I'm not going to chance it. We talked a lot about, people are like, you should just, I thought you guys are all about inclusivity and what's it called again? And about story or whatever people think that we are. People are like, I thought you guys are about story and good gameplay. Why don't you just wait until the game comes out? But the thing is that if I see stuff that's a red alert, that's a red flag, like inclusivity, diversity, equity, woke stuff, ugly women in it. If I see propaganda, I'm not even gonna give it a chance. Because, like I said, I think someone commented on either on our channel or my channel about Intergalactic, the heretic prophet, right?
Well, what was the comment?
They said that same thing that what I said. I thought you guys were all about good gameplay and good story. Why can't you give this game a chance? And I said that, let's say if I was a Walmart greeter and I make like $10, $12 an hour, and I I live in a house. I have 3 kids. I have to work 3 jobs in order to make ends meet, right? You think that I'm, you think I'm going to give this game a chance? Because how if I buy it and I don't like it? That's going to be a waste of money, right? And do I even have time to go return this game? Like, I have to drop my kids off. I'm talking about your regular day. Oh, like you show this game to a person who works at Walmart. Do you want to play this game, or do you want to play Blackman Wukong or Stellar Blade? They're gonna be, I'd rather choose Stellar Blade because this game looks like it's good. At least the character is hot, or this is more appealing to me. And people just don't understand, right? Same thing with the whole Chris Stuckman thing. It keeps coming up. People, I actually agree with what Chris Stuckman say. Like this past week, I had to like talk to like 3 dudes who are like, I think Chris Stuckman is right. Couldn't you guys just watch your own movie? Yeah, but he's a reviewer. He's a critic. He actually has an IMDb and a what's it called again? A Rotten Tomatoes account. He does his reviews. It's his job to tell me whether or not the movie sucks, or I'm going to spend $15 of my hard-earned money to go watch a movie that sucks. It's the same thing. But yeah, I digress. But it's just, I think this game, the Indiana Jones game, could have been a lot better if it wasn't for this guy.
Yeah, he made an impact for sure. But even if you remove the DEI stuff aside and this guy, it's still a mid game in my opinion. The game, the combat is the worst offender. It's super. It's like you just assuming like the only way you die is that if there's plenty of them and they all have guns, and otherwise you can just spam the punch button and you're pretty much good. It's generally just bad gameplay overall. And it's hopefully with the coming years, Microsoft, it's particularly Microsoft, a lot of companies under their belt, like Avowed, Indiana Jones, and Starfield, right? They're all under Microsoft now. So Microsoft needs to keep the clean house if they want to push the Xbox brand higher and make more quality games.
Yep. Oh, man. All right, let's go and read some comments. Let's go read some comments right over here. See. Elon was a rich guy for decades before the media began to glorify him. Now said media is horrified that he's glorified. That's true. But they don't like him.
Elon's been rich since birth, I believe.
He can't. Right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he was rich from then, but he's from Africa. So like he was born with a debuff, not a permanent debuff like actual black people, right? But like in terms of debuff, like he was born with it already. Like I'm not sure how he was, but the thing is that he took whatever he had and made it work and made it better.
Yeah.
But see. I bet modern developers are messing with the player metrics now. Could be. Let's see. I'm watching Fly Me to the Moon in the background. They're faking the moon landing footage right now. It was ScarJo, so that's another plus. Yeah, I heard that's the one that what's it called again? We were talking about on Epic first, talking about the best movies or something like that. But yeah, man, Grae. When I was on what's it called again? Epicverse earlier this week. Chaz can back me up. He's in the chat. Like I told him that I watched Wicked the musical 4 times.
Okay.
And then they're like, all right, let's talk about the best movie of this year, Dune Part 2. And then they asked me what I thought about it, where I rank it.
Oh.
And I said, I never watched this first one. I have not watched the second one. Mike got so mad. He's like, bitch, you watch Wicked 4 times. And you didn't watch that.
That's funny. That is so funny.
Oh shit, man. Oh man, they're like, dude, what are you doing?
Well, I need to watch the first one again because I was half asleep watching the first one.
Oh shit, man.
Same with Gladiator. I was half asleep watching Gladiator.
Oh man. It's mid, but it's more respectful than the last two movies. Yeah. I don't know what I think you're talking to someone else, maybe. I don't know, maybe you're talking to me. In fairness, George Lucas wanted to give Indy a daughter in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The spunky female type was something that he was fond of for a long time. Grae, did you watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Yeah, I watched all of them.
What do you think about Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah, I think it's just him being. He's the kind of actor who's like, Vin Diesel and Giancarlo Esposito. They play the same person. That's what I feel.
Okay. Yeah,
the son, right? Being the it was revealed that it's actually the son.
Yeah, and then he died.
Yeah, he died, and that was Even as far as I know, even the entire cast was baffled. Like that wasn't the original plot. I think he was supposed to be in Dial of Destiny, but female ideology. Kill all the males because they're incompetent and stuff. But yeah,
that's sad, man. Like the fact that do you watch Dial of Destiny, right? How did they say how he died?
He just died in the Vietnam War. That's it.
That's it? Off-screen death?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I understand because Shia LaBeouf is sort of like, I guess controversial.
And even the divorce plot where Maven divorced Indy, they made Maven look like a opportunistic bitch. Like just because some tragedy happens and Indy is down on his dumps, then she leaves him. That's how they framed it anyway.
Yeah. Oh man. It was inclusive. There were gays everywhere. Indy went to the Vatican.
Yeah, that's one of the shittiest levels for me in the game. The way they handled they made the Vatican level open world-ish. So there are a lot of boring segments. Oh, go here, run there to get this, to get that. It's a lot of boring stuff in the Vatican level.
I see. See. Why is there a square? Rainbow square.
It's the
Bethesda square hole in a rainbow. Oh,
it's the Bethesda logo, except that instead of color black, they made it color rainbow. Yeah, that guy didn't really have to keep pushing it. Like, I would understand if he had to say modern audiences out because his boss had to tell him, but you didn't really have to wear the rainbow shirt.
Yeah. See, Jay has been playing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and the story and game are great. Okay, see, there you go. So he likes it. Yeah.
For me, it would have been a better game if all of the levels were just linear, no open world stuff, just an 8-hour game with multiple chapters that's linear. It would have been, for me, it would have been a much better game.
Yeah. See, back to Assassin's Creed Shadow, they still have the issue with the art book and statues sitting in the storage, taking up space. No one's gonna get those.
Yeah,
no one's gonna get them.
Like Square Enix has no incentive to fix the art book unless they're paid by Ubisoft.
Yep. See, Fly Me to the Moon was okay. The sets, costumes, and cars were amazing. It really looked like 1969. Man. Phil has watched Wicked more than Steph. That's pretty gay. Wizard of Oz, I can understand, but Wicked? Do you remember when X-Ray Girl was here and we showed her that clip of South Park Wicked? And then basically after watching it, you will get a blowjob? You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. See, in my opinion, I don't think you need to watch Dune Part 1 to understand Dune Part 2 because they do a short recap at the start of the movie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. It's Part 1 starts, the first half is very slow. Like the tension to build up on the big major shift of events, it's pretty slow. Part 1 as far as I remember.
Yeah. The George Lucas has a biological daughter via surrogate with his wife. Oh, so it's half his wife's. Let's see. There were only 3 indie movies. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
The Dial of Dysentery sucked so hard and made Kingdom of the Crystal Skull look great. I love Shia LaBeouf. I actually have nothing against Shia LaBeouf. I think
he's all right.
I think people are like, he went sort of crazy. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I watched a video documentary on YouTube. Like he plagiarized quotes that he make it seem like he wrote it himself and stuff like that. But he's not the worst when it comes to controversy. There's definitely a lot more worse people in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. See. Yeah, it would have been a better game if it didn't have open world aspect.
Yeah, one of the good ones is the frigate, the boat. That's the very linear level, and I like that one, like that level one.
Yeah. All right, we have 2 more things that we're gonna react to. These are short. Grae, do you want to watch the funny one or the Coomer funny one?
Yeah, let's save the Coomer for last.
All right, there we go. I wanted to watch this when Jay was here. I'm not sure if you've seen this yet. Grae, have you seen this yet? Just by looking at this. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be Grae's first reaction. It's in German. You're not going to understand it. I'm not going to understand it. It's in Deutsch. So no one, I'm not going to understand. Maybe some people in the chat are going to understand it, but we're just watching. Do you know what the context is?
No, I don't get it.
This is a Chinese food commercial in Germany. So when you eat the Chinese food, you become Chinese. They become Asian.
Ja, wenn es so richtig chinesisch schmecken soll, mach ihn fix für China-Pfanne. Mit Bambussprossen und
yeah, see, if you put the Chinese food in there,
Mit Magifix was Tolles
you make the Chinese food
Magifix für
for China.
Mehr exotische Rezepte und viele andere stehen im neuen
Yeah, you don't need to learn Chinese
Band 2.
to make good Chinese food. Just buy this.
Schicken Sie ihn gern. Gratis natürlich.
What was the reaction for what was the comments for this? Is this on X?
No, it's on YouTube actually.
Were comments still enabled?
This is an old video, so it's from 9 years ago. So let me actually right over here. So this is the Chinese food right over here. All right, let me scroll down.
Oh, it's still active.
Yeah. Okay. So this there's a lot of them in German. My Maggie Fix Mini Cook Volume 2 has not yet arrived. Help! I ate Chinese pan while pregnant, and now my son speaks Mandarin fluently and gets straight A's in math. What's the German word for yikes? Oh my god, dude. Who else is here for Donnie? Racism is crazy. Ha ha ha. It's not a lot of comments, but oh man, dude. This is like, I don't find this racist. I find this hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, even back in if this was released like 15 to 20 years ago, people would just laugh it off. Imagine releasing this right now.
Oh, people will be freaking out. Look,
yeah.
Yo, imagine if like a bunch of white people are like eating fried chicken and like watermelon and they become black. Right? Right? It's sort of like that, right? But the thing is that you can't make fun of black people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, people say that you can, but it's mostly not going to be like approved. Like this is something like you can't make anymore. Imagine making a modern day one like this. It's like me going to like Ralph's or like Walmart, coming back with like Uncle Ben's fried rice or some shit like that, putting in, and all of a sudden I become black. Not gonna fly. Not gonna fly, man. Look, it's it's imagine just like going and adding like fucking furikake on your rice. You know what furikake is, right? It's basically like Japanese like seasoning that you put over rice. It's like
okay.
seed and like sesame seed and stuff like that. You put that shit over, and it's like, oh, you eat it, like, oh, I take a ton in Japanese. It won't work, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, that was tame for 1988. That's a good year. 1988. That's a good year. But yeah, I thought that shit was hilarious. All right, this is the last video we're gonna watch. This is the Coomer Gooner video. Here we go.
95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. I did it.
Oh shit. Oh. Yo, the fact that that guy got to 100 without dying already, like I would have like lasted like maybe 7. Yo, 100 is crazy. Oh man, 100 is crazy, dude. Oh man. Yeah, look. She
95, 96, 97.
based off of this, her ass is pretty big.
Yeah.
Like based off of like you can have like a girl that's bent over like that, but the fact that you see like the curvature of her ass cheeks on this side, the top right, the top part right over here, her she got a dump truck. All right, but the thing is that like that's a me in like 7. She got to 100. You got to 100 and you can survive. Yo, that's crazy. That's actually wild, man. Oh shit. Oh man. Do we have anything else to talk about?
Not really. Yeah, not much happened this week, I believe, but yeah, probably next week we'll probably get. February is gonna be wild when it comes to gaming news, with all the games with Ubisoft and stuff. Yeah.
Does the video say who she is? No. It does not say who she is. I'm looking right now at all the comments because it's on Reddit.
For research purposes.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. It's an Instagram link. Okay. I can't show her Instagram link. She's on the thicker side. I can't show her Instagram link. I can't show her Instagram link. It's basically her bouncing her ass multiple times and her bent over. I can't. Oh my god. I can't show any of these.
You can't show it at the cultured section of your Discord.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. Oh my jeez. Of course she has an OnlyFans, right? Is that OnlyFans? Yeah, she has an OnlyFans. I will post this like Grae said. I will post this in the cultured section in my Discord. Okay,
it feels personal, not the Eggroll one.
In my own, I will post like the thing is that like it's not anything that will. It might get us demonetized. That's why. Okay, so I will post this. I will post her Instagram. Her Instagram is called Blair's Very Peachy. Okay, I will post her Instagram in my Discord. So if you guys haven't joined my Discord yet, there's a Discord that I have, my own personal one, in the cultured section that you will find her Discord. Because her first pinned image is literally her big ass on the screen. And it's like she's wearing a G-string, so it's basically nothing. Okay. I can't show anything. I can't show anything more than that. But yeah, that is wild. Holy. Gee, what is have you seen those like yoga pants where like they stitch the seam up in the ass crack where it looks like your ass is even bigger?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, you can see a lot of them on like AliExpress. All right, here's like one photo that I can show. Okay, I'll show. This is like her first photo she ever has. Like this is the first photo she's ever posted. If you scroll up, you'll see a lot more stuff that YouTube might get us demonetized for this one. All right, so yeah, go ahead if you guys want to check this out. Join the Discord. Join my personal Discord. All right. It looks like okay. See the mods. If you guys haven't done, I'll post the link myself. Okay. I'll post the link myself to the Discord. And there it is. I'll post it. There it is. It's in the chat right now. So if you guys want to go check out the general and the general stuff that I post, a lot of it is in the culture section. Go ahead and check that out. Thank you for hanging out, man. All right. Grae, you have anything else? Do we have anything else? I think we talked about almost everything already.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you doing, man? What are you up to?
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Yeah. My stuff are on the link tree. So I'm currently continuing playing East 10. So I don't know when I'll be able to finish that one. But I am prepping for something. Hopefully by January 20, I can finally show what I'm a video I'm cooking up for another channel. And yeah, I'm waiting. We're waiting for Unholy. Unholy's still not out on Steam.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Unholy as well.
Yeah, it's on Valve's end. Valve is not approving the final build of the game before the guy can sell it on Steam. But once you do, I'll start playing it and I'll make a members only video review on the game. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good, man.
Mhm.
All right. And you guys can follow me everywhere at Mr. Phillip Chan. I didn't go live this past week because I wanted to make sure everything's good with my family and stuff like that. And a lot of people are coming in from out of town, out of state and stuff like that. I will be going back live starting next week, the regular usual time. And I will be playing that one game. I forgot what was it called again. It's a nurse game. It's
Oh yeah, you did. You mentioned that last week.
Ruined Nurse. There it is. Ruined Nurse. I will be playing that. And I'll see if I can beat it. I heard the game is not too long. I might be able to beat it in 1 or 2
It
streams.
doesn't look like a long game.
But yeah, I should be able to play that game.
Yeah, I don't expect Unholy to be very long either.
Yeah. It's what's it called again? Then again, I'm gonna be waiting for Unholy. We'll be playing that game. I think Unholy is gonna be it's gonna be an amazing game.
Yeah,
I can see it
I
already.
legit think so. It's like Hades, but with big anime girl tits. What could go wrong with that?
True, very true. But let's see. Before we get going, I want to thank everyone for hanging out. If you guys haven't already done so, go ahead and check out Rippersen in the link right over there in the pinned comments right over there. And if you guys haven't already gotten Achromatic Chronicles Green, you guys can go ahead and get that. I will probably I'll probably buy another book. And I'll probably send, because Grae, I still have your blue. And
Yeah,
and so
that's why I couldn't read and I don't know the plot.
I'll give you green. I'll buy one and I'll give you the green one. Because that means I'll have two. I'll probably buy another one. But yeah, go ahead and check it out if you guys haven't already done so. Thank you so much, Carlos Lima, Jeremy the Cyborg, and Nagranal, Booming Bob, Mo Zamboni, Jesus Davila, Snapple Rai Rai, Cole Hauser, Eric K, Secret Racism, And Wolf's Pain. Thank you everyone for all the support. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully this year we can make it to 69. That is a dream. Hopefully we can get there. Remember, Achromatic Chronicles Greens campaign ends on the 7th. So on Tuesday will be the last day you can get it. Hopefully you guys can get it. I heard the quality of the books and the print and stuff like that is better since it's from Ripasend. But yes, I want to give a shout out to Jay for coming on. Really appreciate it. I wanted to make sure we got him on before his campaign ends. So I'm glad we were able to get that. The fact that he came on, we are his last stream of the night, and the fact that he stayed on past midnight on his end is pretty crazy. Really, can't give him enough praise and respect and all of that. Is because if it wasn't for Jay, we would not have gotten to where we are without him. Like I know Jay's being extremely humble and everything, but we really do mean it. Thank you everyone. Thank you all the mods for hanging out. Thank you everyone on Rumble, and thank you everyone on X who's been watching. Thank you for all the support. And we will be back next week. I don't think we have a guest, but I might reach out to some more people. We'll see. We're probably not going to get Endymion on. I did reach out to him. I don't think he knows who we are. I did reach out to Kirsha. I don't think she knows who we are either. She's probably going to like ignore us. But yeah, the fact that the worst thing that we can get is a no. But yes, you guys can follow us everywhere. Grae's link tree is down below. You guys can follow all of our channel, Mr. Phillip Chan for me. And we're also on Rumble, and we're also on Instagram. Go and check us out. But thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.